Be live streaming, starting that now. Start off with a recap of last session, as per usual. So while the crew, Adol, Beriza, Laran, Sweet Lou, Kirith, Stingy Widget, or Zilch, or Cap, or whatever his name is, are over at the Lizard Folk lair doing some negotiations to try and basically tell the Lizard Folk that you're willing to help them and try and reclaim their ancestral lair that had been taken by Sawagan. Fruella, Melanie, Elmo, the Three-Eyed Owl, Ashanis, and Craven have got up to a bit of their own adventuring, and they'd received a letter of recommendation to be invited to Solmore House to meet with Anders Solmore, everybody's favorite beloved council member, who seems to have lost one of his ships. He seems adamant because he owns all of the merchant vessels on Saltmarsh and has this lucrative merchant operation. He believes that this derelict ship that was spotted out at sea belongs to his contingency. However, another noble from the capital city of Seaton has arrived at Saltmarsh to try and make negotiations with Anders Solmore to tell him that, in fact, the ship, the derelict lost at sea that was spotted 15 days ago, is in fact the Emperor of the Waves and belongs to Lord Orbreck. And he can prove it because he told a story how he invested in some spices, exotic spices, in the faraway jungle continent of Maztica. And upon heading there, he turned much of his wealth into promissory notes, bank checks basically, and title deeds of land. And then he had the intentions of transferring back into gold when he returned. Of course, he didn't want to leave this big amount of gold sitting around and didn't want to take it to an unknown land. So he stored it upon the Emperor of the Waves, and that ship got lost in a storm. So a magical lockbox with hundreds of thousands of gold pieces worth of notes has been lost out at sea, and he believes that this ship that you've just arrived at holds this box. So you guys are boarding the derelict to find the lockbox. Upon returning it to Lord Orbreck, Lord Drellian Orbreck, you'll receive 10,000 gold pieces for a reward. And we ended the session with you guys just arriving at the Emperor of the Waves. It's nighttime. On the way there, you'd have a bit of a vicious fight with Sawagan, who boarded the Soul of Winter, this dwarven manned sailing vessel that's taking you so you can carry out this salvage operation. So it's nighttime. You've been out at sea for about 4 days, and it's very, very dark. You guys have jumped in a rowboat with a couple of dwarves, and they just slowly row you over towards the derelict. And as they're talking, they just sort of talk as well, as you guys are discussing what may be aboard this ship. When there is a break, they sort of remind you of a couple of things. Now, listen! Our job is to row you over there. We're gonna row this boat. You're gonna grapple up onto the deck. Then, we're gonna move away 200 feet and wait for ye. When we see you return to the above decks, signal us with a light or something. We'll keep an eye out, and we'll come and pick you up. Now, the Soul of Winter, she's about 500 feet away. There she is, the derelict. And as you guys look up, you see this ship. It looks like it's in quite a bad state indeed.
How's that thing staying afloat?
Aye. How is it? That's a good question. As you look at the derelict, you notice there are many, many holes in the deck, debris everywhere, and the main masts have been shorn clean off. They are nowhere to be seen. I know in this handout it shows some masts, but There actually are no masts on this ship. They are missing completely. Torn the mast clean off. You guys are about a couple 100 feet away. The dwarves are just slowly rowing the boat. What the hell could have done that? I've seen my fair share of storms when I've been out at sea, but never have I seen anything. Rip the mast clean off of her. And as you guys take a look, I'll have Craven make me a nature check, and I'll have Ashanis make me a investigation check. If you don't have proficiency in any of those checks, it's intelligence for investigation, intelligence for nature. All right, so Craven, as you're approaching, you can notice quite a lot of destruction has come about this ship. Whatever has hit this, it's very powerful, strong enough to carry off the mast, the sail, and all of the rigging, as well as dismantle the figurehead. As you sort of come around towards the front of the ship, you're approaching from the starboard side. As you look towards the bow, you see the figurehead has been basically ripped in two. It's like a solid brass figurehead. It's just been torn asunder. And Ashanis, do you have that intelligence check? I don't think Ashanis has investigation.
Yeah, let's see. Let me see. Is that working?
Yes, all right. So as you take a look as well, Ashanis, as well as Craven, with your assessments combined, you can see a lot of impact damage to the ship's hull, and it's been recently attacked. It must have been by a seagoing creature. A very, very large seagoing creature has caused this destruction.
I definitely explained to the party as best as I can to let them know that this was not natural.
So Craven sort of discerns that it was some sort of seagoing creature with his nature check. And Kareth, judging when you ask about, Oshanis, when you ask about how the thing's still afloat, it does look like it's actually sunk. In fact, there are no portholes or large openings that are visible. The main deck and the quarter deck seem to sort of be above the level of the waves. However, it would appear that the ship is actually starting to sink. In fact, it's sort of tilting off towards the port side. It's the cargo hold must be below water, definitely. You give it maybe a 10-day before it sinks. So you guys got here just in time. Aye, you be careful there. Who knows what nasties have come to make this their home while she was drifting afloat for how many years. And they just angle the rowboat right up, flush towards the starboard side. And I'll just remind you guys, you got that equipment as part of like a package that Lord Albrecht prepared for you all. It has all that stuff in it. So the dwarves look, all right, grapple aboard. We'll move away 200 feet. You've got our nerves tingled a little bit after telling us about that creature. We'll keep our eyes out for it for sure. Good luck on there, and hurry up then. We ain't want to stay here longer than necessary. Now you guys pull out your grappling hooks, grapple aboard, and then the dwarves quickly row away.
We have antitoxin. Why do we have that? Does Swaggin use like poison?
You're not expecting there to be any swaggin on this ship. You were attacked by swaggin a couple of days ago. But yeah, there could be anything on this ship. This is just a pack that Lord Albrecht prepared for everyone.
Cool.
As you guys, Pharrell, Melanie, and O'Shaughnessy, any of you guys getting aboard? Oh yeah, Fruella's not here.
Melanie will get aboard.
Can you guys
Climb
see
on
your
up.
tokens?
Oh, now I can. I didn't know that.
You got to
My
recenter.
update is my update's on 100%, but yet it's not loading on. It says actual.
That sounds like a Windows 10
there it is.
update.
Exactly, it's definitely Windows.
Alright, as you guys step aboard, you can see the entire upper deck is in very bad state. It's actually sloping gently down towards the port side. The forecastle and the quarter deck, they are empty. There's actually nothing on the forecastle and quarter deck, and there are some short wooden stumps that are all that remains of the ship's masts. There are double doors leading to cabins fore and aft, and they appear to be intact, so the holds on in the forecastle and quarter deck are intact. And there is a very rusty metal grate in the deck that offers lower access to the lower decks. And aside from the rhythmic creak of the ship's badly weathered timbers, everything seems very quiet. And you can see this was some sort of almost like a warship. There are many cannons lining the port and starboard. However, they're rusted into disrepair, as are their cannonballs, and the black powder nowhere to be seen. Everything is sort of very decrepit looking, sort of a little bit slimy. Very ominous looking indeed. No signs of life.
Well, I didn't think we was expecting a welcome party, so let's just get this over with. And then I start walking down below deck.
No. I'm gonna cast light onto Elmo, just his armor.
Wouldn't the captain's quarters be to the back?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
You lead the way, honey. You the smart one. I'm just the sweet one.
Let's find out whose ship this is before we start picking up.
Could you move me with them, Seb?
You are.
Why?
You're with everyone.
Okay. If you want, I could lead. It's a very big job.
Yes, that would be a great idea, Varela. Chop away.
I'll try opening this door here.
Alrighty. You have a little bit of trouble opening the door at first. It's sort of slightly stuck, but with a little bit of force, you manage to pry it open, and you find the source of what is sticking the door. It's cobwebs. You see many cobwebs. They're not choking the area. They sort of hang like draperies from the ceiling, and in fact they completely cover the ceiling. It's just this thick white sheet of web, and then sort of some gangly stickets of web just pockmarking the corners of the room. Most of these webs are overhead, so you could move through without them like catching you. And what you see at the back of this cabin is an altar, a rough looking stone altar. There are strange markings covering its surface. There's some dried mud caking the floor around it, and there's humanoid skulls ringing the entire stone wall. Each one is mounted on a wooden spike just jutting out of the wall. The corners of the rooms are piled with garbage and debris. You see two curtain off areas that are just stuck with cobwebs, and there are some walls here crudely cut out of wooden logs. There are piles of smashed furniture, torn sacks, shattered crates, and small piles of dried palm fronds everywhere. You can make out this staircase descending down in the southeast corner. There's this acrid odor filling the air, and there's also a table. It looks like maybe the quartermaster's cabin or perhaps the captain's cabin. There is a table here, sort of, you can see it barely through the web. A few bits of paper, journal on it as well.
Let's take a look at those journals. See what they had to say.
Be my guess.
Yuck.
I started like kind of like using my hand axe and just kind of chopping away at the cobwebs.
All right. It's slow going, but you managed to hack through a big portion of the web, just enough to clear a little pathway through to expose this grisly looking altar and this table with chair next to it. You see, actually make a perception check, Elmo.
Okay.
Alright, you see this ledger and a captain's log. It's actually fallen off underneath the table and mingled around near a big pile of debris. You also notice a sack just sort of sticking out from this curtained off area towards the port side of the ship. Like the curtain's just sort of wrapping over it.
Oh, what do we have here? And I go and grab it.
As you go over to grab it, Elmo, suddenly you're attacked, and everybody with a passive perception of 14 or lower will be surprised. You guys get attacked from all angles. Oh, what's going on? The API seem to have crashed. I gotta restart it. What happens is, first of all, giant spiders, they sort of burst out from these curtain-up areas. One of them towards the port side, a massive spider just nestling up in a big portion of web. Another creature comes from the curtain towards the starboard side. This one, at first you think it's a giant spider, but it's a bit smaller. It has this vague humanoid shape, purple flesh, and this bulbous gut, two-pronged mandibles and claws jutting out of its face and arms respectively. It's an Ettercap. But that's not all. You start to hear this little tremble, this patter of thousands of tiny little legs, almost as if the very hull of the ship is rumbling. And suddenly, crawling through the gaps in the weathered and worn boarding of this ship's deck are spiders. They're just creeping up from below. One swarm creeps up over the three-eyed owl. One swarm boils up from below above you, Elmo. Below you, Elmo. Another one just sort of rises up from underneath this rug in the center of the room. And another one boils up underneath Oceanus. Spiders. Tons and tons of spiders in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Okay. This giant spider, it is gonna... They all attempt to hide or trying to be hidden before they actually attack. So I roll them individual stealth checks to determine if they're hidden. And this giant spider... I give you an 18 for this perception check as well, Elmo, even though your passive is 15. Doesn't matter. You notice the giant spider as it sort of pushes through this curtain, and it simply jumps at you and snaps its mandibles at you, try to bite you. To miss.
That's not very nice.
Alright, this swarm, it just hovers all over you, Elmo. Just this unnatural pile that seemed to form almost one creature in itself. They just form this little pillar that begins to crawl over you. As they do this, they start to bite. And... what the hell? Why can't I get the... It's weird. I'm not getting their character sheets for some reason. Okay. Weird. For some reason a shortcut doesn't want to work to get the character sheet up. Okay. Try again. That hits. Elmo, you get bit for 11 piercing damage. Feel their tiny little teeth bite into you. Alright, this Ettercap, it too is trying to hide, so it makes a stealth check. You notice it as well, Elmo, and from the curtained off area it sort of pokes its head through, and from its mouth it shoots some web at you. But it misses you and just sort of sticks into the webbing above you. Fruella, you'll be surprised.
Okay.
This swarm of spiders, they try to bite you, Elmo. That's a miss. Three-eyed owl, you're surprised.
Surprise.
Ashanis, you're surprised. Elmo, you're up.
All right, I'm going to get into position, so I'm going to take the disengage action, and let me look at my movement for a second. I can move right here, right?
You got 30 feet of movement. So you can go 6 squares.
I'll do that.
All right, you quickly jump back and run out of the room.
Can I move one more square or no?
You got 6 squares. You move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, and I'll move right here, so I don't have disadvantage on my attacks, and I'll end my turn.
Craven.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna sit right here, and the spiders on Oceanus, I'm just gonna use Toll of Dead.
Alright, a heap of those spiders, they just start to curl up and die and fall off Ashanis. Destroying about roughly half the swarm, about 50 or so just squished and squelched to the ground dead.
Damn, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, how am I sounding with my new mic?
You sound fine.
Sounds normal.
Cool.
Alright, Melanie. You are surprised.
Ah, damn it. Turn in.
This swarm that hovers over Three-Eyed Owl tries to bite. Dozens of tiny little mandibles stick into you, and you take 11 piercing damage. And this final swarm tries to bite Ashanis, but they fail to get through his armor. The giant spider, it skittles forward quite quickly, and it sort of runs to the doorway, the entrance, and it's going to crawl along the side of the wall and get out onto the deck. And it's actually going to provoke an attack from Ashanis. It crawls out over here.
What?
Provokes an attack of opportunity.
To me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
swing your sword, Oceanus.
You're Ashanis.
All right. No, I didn't realize I wave cut. There we go.
Alright, you slice with Wave Cutter, and this frosty eminence comes off the magical sword, hitting it for 9 points of damage. The giant spider, as it jumps out onto the deck, it's going to try and bite Elmo. And it just chases you down and jumps on you and lashes into you, Elmo. Make a con save against poison. You resist the poison, and you take 10 points of damage. the swarm scurry forth, climbing through the cracks in the floor. They just boil out and they cover the three-eyed owl, trying to bite him as they go. That's a miss. The Ettercap, he's going to crawl out here, and he just comes into the doorway, and he slashes at the three-eyed owl. It hits. You catch a claw for 7 points of slashing damage, and as the Ettercap with this 2 double-digit claw grabs you, it leans forward, tries to pull you in and bite you as well, but it misses with the bite. And the Ettercap just ends his turn there in the doorway. Fruella.
I'll try and attack Ettercap if I can.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah, you've got to reach a 5 feet. If you're within 5 feet, then you can attack it.
Alright, cool.
That hits. Alright, you hack into the Ettercap once, slicing across its arm. This greenish blood starts to trickle down from the wound. You swing again, that hits. And you slash at the Ettercap with another heaving wound for 15 damage. Another vicious slash mark goes across its side.
And then I will do this.
Okay, who will you have attack?
Elmo, O'Shaughnessy, and I guess Craven.
Alright, Elmo, make your attack. O'Shaughnessy already used his reaction, so you'll need to pick someone else. Alright, sorry, Elmo, your mic is doing that again. It's reverberating. Sorry, who are you attacking?
I have it. I'm attacking the one in right.
Which one? You gotta tell me who you're attacking before you make the attack.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Who are you attacking?
The big one that keeps following me.
Okay, you gotta tell me who you're attacking before you attack next time, please. Alright, that hits.
All right. Can you click on the damage for me, please? It's for some reason it's never mind. It works.
Alright, you hit the spider for 9 damage. Craven, you can make your attack.
Alrighty, it'll just be a fist. Strength check.
Okay. You don't have a melee weapon?
You don't
Not
have a
equipped.
club?
No.
Okay. You don't have any melee weapon?
No.
I thought clerics usually got melee weapons.
Usually, it doesn't mean he has one.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're a druid, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, you hit the spider for 2 damage.
Sounds about right.
Doesn't he? I thought crits doubled the damage.
It did double my damage.
It does double the damage, right? It doubles the damage dice,
Oh, okay.
but there's no damage dice involved for 1 damage.
You just pimp slapped one of the spiders.
Alright, and who else is making the other attack? It'll be
O'Shaughnessy.
he used his reaction already.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So,
Then yeah, Melanie.
I'll do it, honey. I won't let you down. I'll try and hit the giant spider with my mate. Kerchat. Oh, I let you down.
It's a miss. Your mace bounces off the spider's flesh. Okay. And it ends your turn. More giant spiders swarm out and they just cover the three-eyed owl. They go for the target directly in front of the door, and they try to bite. You can not even see him anymore. There's that many spiders covering him. And he's bit for 10 piercing damage. Alright, three-eyed owl, you're up.
Question: does Misty Step provoke attack of opportunity?
No. Not if you teleport, you're not moving out of their reach.
Oh, Misty stepping away. Alright.
Suddenly you see there's a big pile of, it's like a 6-foot tall pile of spiders just collapse onto the ground, sort of spreading out on the floor here, and the silvery mist just sort of whisk away and you appear over here near the starboard.
Spiders! Spiders! Always the spider! And then I'll fire both. This get big.
Okay. Also, if you're ever casting a spell, can you just cast it as well, please? Thanks. That hits, and you almost completely... Sorry, you're attacking the Ettercap, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from here.
You almost completely obliterate it. The fire just starts to burn it, and the Ettercap is just thrashing around crazily. Ashanis.
Okay, I'm going to use something called a maelstrom attack.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Again, so before you attack something, you got to tell me who you're attacking.
Well, no, it's anything within 5 feet. I get to attack everything within 5 feet.
Yeah, and you...
Do I do it each time? Oh, okay. I didn't know if it's like... Okay. So we'll just start from clockwork and go around like that.
Okay.
And then last time me.
The first attack is a miss.
I have to recharge, right? I do at the end of the attacks.
Recharge happens at the start of your turn.
Gotcha, okay. Alright, so just continuing around.
Second attack is a miss. The third attack hits, and you sort of slash through some of the spiders. The slashing damage doesn't work very well, but the cold does. And you see this a swathe of spiders turn to ice and just shatter onto the ground. And
I think it's this thing.
then you slash through, and you just decapitate the Ettercap, and its head freezes and shatters onto the ground.
The Ettercapitated.
And then the last one's on me.
And it's a miss.
Do I get only one attack for that, or do I still get like a sword attack?
It's your action. You only have one action.
That's it. Okay. End turn. Did not end turn.
Elmo.
Use volley. And I'm going to make one attack to just try to hit all of the ones that are within 10 feet of me.
Okay, you're at disadvantage. And
Okay.
yeah, you have to tell me what you're attacking before you make the attack roll, please.
With this one, I attack everything that's within 10 feet of me, so
You make a ranged attack against every enemy within 10 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
This one.
Your first attack misses.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was just like one roll and that was it.
Nope. You
Okay.
make one ranged attack against every enemy within 10 feet.
Okay.
Again, I've got no idea which one you're attacking. You got to tell me what you're attacking, please, before you make your attack. All right, that
I'm
hits.
attacking this.
All right, you stab into the swarm and you just break through a bit of that swarm. Spiders fall to the ground. Your next one misses.
I'm hitting that one.
You've done 3 attacks. That yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you've
And
hit that.
this
You've
is
hit
what
that
I-
one. You've missed that one. That's a miss.
That's my turn.
You don't want to attack the other swarms?
And okay, yes, I will.
They're within 10 feet of each other. That's a miss.
And is that it?
There's another swarm there.
Okay.
That hits. And you break through some of that swarm. It collapses to the ground. Craven.
Alright, the giant spider. Oh yeah, I'll do Sacred Flame on it. Sorry, I meant not Sacred Flame. I meant the Toll the Dead.
Is that a druid spell?
No, it is not a druid spell.
Alright, you do a Toll of the Dead, and suddenly the giant spider's arms start to jig, and you see its body just sort of drained of liquid. It curls in around itself and just curls up into a dead ball on the ground here.
Oh, she got something. And it'd be safe. I'll just end my turn here.
Melanie.
Let's see. Well, none of those spiders have used their reaction, right?
No.
Well, in that case, I will look at an injured spider swarm. The most injured I can't really see. The smallest one, and I'll cast Sacred Flame on them.
Okay, that'll be that one.
Okay. Oh, the one on Oceanus. Okay.
Alright, they try to spread out and avoid the Sacred Flame. And they do, they just disperse as this blanket of radiant fire drops down onto the deck.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it, I blasphemed. I did it again. Ah, shoot. And I cast Sanctuary on myself, and then I pass turn.
Okay. Sanctuary goes on. Okay, the swarm here, it moves over onto Fruella and tries to bite her. That hits. I rolled the wrong damage because it's got more than half its hit point. So I just re-roll the attack so I can get the damage there. Alright, Fruella, you are bit for 11 points of piercing damage. This swarm continues to bite Oceanus. That's a miss. The swarm here moves up onto Melanie, and they try to bite her. But first, with your sanctuary protecting you, as they move towards you, they instead make a wisdom save. They're magically sort of warded away. And I think that's a success. Your DC is... It's not your turn.
No, he said that they passed the save.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah, that wasn't unclear.
Okay, they bite. And they miss. They just keep on sawing all over Melanie. Alright, Fruella.
Alright, so I guess I'll start attacking the swarm that's on me. Fuck it, I'll do Reckless.
Okay.
I'm a big girl.
You just
I
grab
can
this
take it.
token. That hits. Start doing some reckless attacks, hacking through the spiders. You cut down half of the swarm with a single swipe. And you hit again. Just slicing through the swarm, they collapse. Blood, little bits of spider just fly everywhere as they sink down into a pile of dead.
Sweet. And then that's when I get to roll my recharge die now.
It's actually at the start of the turn, but you can just do it now.
Damn, I didn't get it.
Let me get it back this turn. Alright, this swarm moves to cover you, Fruella, and provokes an opportunity attack from Ashanis.
Okay. Oop, no. Sorry, don't cut that. I meant a wave blade.
Oh, it's a crit, so
No. I did the wave. I meant the wave blade.
yeah, but you already rolled though, so
Oh, sorry.
yeah, I'll just take your first roll. Alright, you crit, so roll an extra, what was it 2d8 damage onto that wave cutter blade attack. First d8 will be piercing damage, and second d8 will be cold damage. Alright, that's 15 piercing damage as you stab forward with the wave blade, and 7 cold damage. You just hack into that swarm, and most of them just turn into these little ice spiders and crash onto the ground, breaking into little ice chunks. What is left though, they swarm up, they cover Fruella, and they try to bite. And they hit for 6 piercing damage. And then their turn there. Alright, Three-Eyed Owl.
In the fetal position, rocking back and forth. No more spiders! No more spiders! I'll shoot the one that's on Melody.
Alright,
Just not even looking.
that hits, and it wipes away half of the swarm. They turn to ash and get incinerated. You can almost hear their little screeches. Sharnus.
Right. So do I just, if I want to use that Maelstrom attack again, do I just do the roll to recharge?
Yeah, you have to roll a 5 or a 6 to get that ability back.
Okay. Oh, darn it.
You
Okay.
won't get it back this turn.
I'll attack what's still on me then.
That hits, and you cleave the icy blade through all the spiders, and they just shatter on the spot.
And then I'll move up to here.
You've got 2 attacks.
Oh, I do have 2 attacks. Okay. Then
Yeah, you've got 2 attacks if you take the attack action. You got multi-attack.
Okay, I need to... This one? Oh, crap. Why do I double click that? Alright, I'll go with it.
Alright. You pull out your trident,
Doing the wrong...
and
Trident.
I'm doing the wrong one, sorry.
alright, you can do some weapon swapping. You pierce through the swarm, and you mangle away most of them.
Oceanus is very confused what's going on.
Cruella gives O'Shaughnessy a confused look.
What weapon am I supposed to use? I don't know. This look good?
He's versatile.
He's got so many things to use.
Alright. Addo? Oh, he's not in Discord.
Yeah, I think he just hopped off because what Alex, well, not Cap said.
Oh, because of his audio?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He needs to have a clear audio to play. Because if it's reverberating, it affects everyone, especially me when I'm trying to talk.
Yeah, plus it hurts the ears.
Alright, well, while he's getting that fixed, I'm just going to say he's still in the game. Let me message him. Maybe he could just use typing. Alright. I don't think he's there. So I'm just going to say he just didn't come aboard. Just pretend he's not there. Alright, Craven.
Alrighty. Yep, the remaining spiders. The one on Melanie, I'll use. Yeah, totally dead like I've been doing.
Alright, you just cast this spell and you just see this like sort of black shroud just start to, like, this little ball just rise up, and it just consumes the spiders, annihilating them. They just turn to a mush, and this purplish greenish pile of ooze just drip down onto the ground.
All right, I'll move a little back, and that's it.
Melanie. Okay, when you cast Sacred Flame,
I'm the hurtest one.
there's only one swarm. The sanctuary drops, and this glowing little ember drops down from above onto the swarm. And the swarm just, they move. They very, very quickly just wave out of the way of it. Little ember just fizzles out. Brella.
Reckless. Oh, first I'm gonna do the recharge.
Alright, you get that ability back. Not that you'll need it.
No. I'm still gonna reckless just to fuck this spider shit.
That hits. And you cut that swarm down into nothingness. And there are no more spiders. There are tiny little spiders. None that are a threat. They're just skittering around on the deck. But there's nothing menacing around here.
Gorilla's gonna run up Craven. Craven, I have a boo-boo!
All right. 1 second. I'll get to you. And just bring out whatever bandages and ointments, and I slap it right on.
Alright, I'll give you this like heart icon just so you can keep track of who you've used it on. To take
Makes
a
sense,
short
alright.
rest.
Just slap my titty
That's,
with the women.
Oh god.
that's Craven's cleric ability. It's still
You're
an
healed.
imposter.
Whack.
Just slaps titties. Ooh, I feel better.
Yeah, and I go over to Three-Eyed Owl and I slap his titty.
He ties his nipple hair in a knot.
Oh, I see. Since he's a guy and you slap his titty, it heals him more? Okay.
I'm sorry, they got to get that extra 3%.
Little did you know Pharrell is actually a feminist the whole time.
Oh god. There's so many signs.
Hey, you got anything left on the healing kit? I could use some healing.
Yep, I got a bunch more actually.
Oh, you slap his fish titties.
Shauna says that, but he's not actually injured. He just wants his titty slapped.
It wasn't
Oh.
mentioned.
I'm showing injured though. I'm like at 48, unless I
Yeah, you
am
are
I fully
injured.
healed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 10.
All right.
Now you're being fishist.
Oh god.
You give him the least.
That's awful.
Alrighty, Craven tend to some wounds here.
He slapped his cod.
Sort of light tap.
And after the fighting, again, all is quite calm. You just hear the gentle creaking sound. The hull of the ship moving with the waves.
Should we go inside now?
Yeah, it should be safe now.
You want me to lead?
Yeah, anyone but me.
I'll lead.
Alright, so that's 3 uses.
Alright, you come back into this room. And the curtains have been pulled aside. couple of little spiders still crawl all over everything. There are many webs still pockmarking these two alcoves. These are little makeshift rooms that have been made here. The stairs leading down, they're still sort of covered in webs. And Elmo, well, we'll say someone else, because we pretend Elmo wasn't here, found a ship's ledger and a captain's log sort of wedged underneath the table near a big pile of crap.
Should we burn down the webs or like cut them down? What do you guys think?
I'd say O'Shaughnessy will tell you that the silk is very flammable, and most likely if you try to burn the webs, you'll set the ship on fire.
Yeah, let's not do that because we happen to be on this ship at the moment.
Okay.
Now I can jump in the water, but you guys.
I'd just be a straight sinker.
Frella's like the floating device.
She's our lifeboat.
Just stretches out into a lifeboat. What's on the desk over here?
The desk itself is basically empty. There's just like some, looks like there's a stain of ink and just some spider eggs and husks of animals and small bones. Underneath the desk, you saw a, like it looks like a ledger and a log. And then there's also this sack, like a Hessian sack, sort of just jutting out from underneath this curtained off area.
I'll give the three-eyed owl the paper and stuff, and I'll check the sack.
All right, you hack through a bit more web to get to it, and you pull it up for Weller. Meanwhile, Three-Eyed Owl examines this ledger. In the sack, there is a heap of rubies. In fact, there are a lot of very shiny rubies in this sack. 10 in total, and each one are fairly polished and worth 100 GP each.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, the Three-Eyed Owl skims through these ledgers, and you take a look at the captain's log. It's pretty standard stuff. In fact, it does name the ship as the Emperor of the Waves, and it does detail the journey that Lord Aubrek spoke of, the journey to Mazdaca to trade with fine spices. Now, it also, you flip to the back, obviously, to see what happened to the ship, and it details the ship's last voyage, including an account of this terrible storm that threw the Emperor of the Waves off course, separated from its escort fleet. The crew were starting to run low on food and drinkable water, and they were forced to drop anchor off an uncharted island. It speaks of strange shadows seen in the night throughout the palm trees of this island. Strange grisly noises also wailing throughout the darkness. And then it recounts an attack by orcs that fought alongside goblins and other monstrous vermin like Edicaps. The crew were able to actually fend off this initial attack, but they suffered some heavy casualties and most of the crew were killed in that fight. Only a handful of the crew left. The final entry records the captain's fear that this attack by the orcs may have been a precursor to an even larger assault. No entries after that.
Is that downstairs or upstairs, Seb?
Oh, what happened to the staircase? Staircase has gone missing. That's an altar.
Oh,
Right, I had a staircase here. Let me grab a staircase. It's gone missing. There is a staircase here that leads down.
you just hate it when stairs disappear on you.
Oh no, they're here. They're in this side room.
I was just making a joke. Where did those damn stairs go?
Oh yeah, there's a grisly looking altar that looks like it's made from humanoid bones underneath this these skulls that line the entire stern.
Yeah. I'll cast Mage Hand, zooming around the room, like cleaning up the
All the web.
Clean up the web.
yeah.
Alright, the mage hand,
Yeah.
it sort of gets stuck. And it's not strong enough to like break through this webbing. And some of the lighter web it cleans up. The bulk of the web a bit too strong. But there's nothing a good couple of hacks of a sword won't fix.
Do we want to check out the altar?
Yeah,
See-
sure. I'll get it really quick. See if I could recognize anything.
Alright, you guys recognize this altar automatically because you've had some dealings with Drow recently. This is a shrine dedicated to the Spider King Queen Loth. You can see these little spider motifs etched into it. The skull's a grisly offering to the evil demon queen.
No, why is this here? That's kind of alarming.
What's alarming? What does that mean?
It means bad.
Oh,
Opposite of good.
Well, look around, see if there are any safes.
Any safes?
Yeah.
Nothing of that nature. Anything else in this room is just junk, trash, detritus, and filth.
let's go upstairs.
There's lead down.
Yeah, she thinks it's up.
Might I add, though, somehow she is smarter than Bearzer.
She doesn't know her ups and downs or lefts and rights.
Oh, that's so damn confusing.
She has a flat intelligence. Smarter than Bearzer.
Alright, this staircase is like extremely narrow. You have to like sort of hold on to something because the ship is ebbing and flowing and sort of tilting off towards the port, and it's just a very, very narrow staircase, so you carefully descend. Really, you have to sort of go down sideways. Who goes in after Ferella?
I guess it'll be me.
I'll go. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna go down next.
Put some mayonnaise on myself to get through.
Shanas. And you come down into this very, very cramped hold here near the stern. You can see some rope hammocks hung between some of the planks of the ship's hull and a couple of support beams. There are some old weathered looking casks wrapped in rope towards the stern. And you can see these like makeshift rooms sort of built out of these bits of wooden log. There's a short flight of stairs that lead down into a trapdoor, and you see the mast of the ship sort of cutting through this area. It's very, very cramped. You guys can barely move around without squeezing through, tripping over something. As you start to look around, what's that?
Are these chests here, or are they just like
There
Broken
are some
jug.
crates, some very old, weathered-looking crates, like a foot locker. You open it up, and there's just some moldy old clothes inside, like people's personal belongings. As you come and take a look around the room a bit more, you actually find that this area looks like it was a bit of a makeshift galley. There's a stove along one wall of the room. The area is covered with debris, bits of bone, and there are some badly damaged metal knives and other cookware hanging from some hooks in the ceiling towards the starboard side. And the choking stench of rotting flesh fills the air. Other than the stairway leading up near the stern, there is this trapdoor leading down and a couple of sets of doors towards the north. And tiny spiders crawl over everything.
I'll cast a light on Melanie so we can see what's going on down here.
Okay, it's I think someone has.
I have light cast as well.
Okay,
Oh, you do? Okay.
let me have a look. Yeah,
So many lights. Yeah, I'll cast light too.
just so extremely cramped. You have trouble sort of just looking around everything.
I noticed this little chest over here. Am I able to open it up?
You open it up, and there's more just some old moldering personal belongings that look like they've been rifled through already in a big dirty pile.
Is this here like a trapdoor going down?
Yes, a very moldy looking trapdoor indeed. There's a short flight of steps that lead down to it.
And this is a door going.
Yep. The set of double wooden doors here. As you expect the trapdoor, Three-Eyed Owl, you notice a bar has been put through some rusty iron brackets as to keep the trapdoor shut from your side.
I'm gonna try to see if I could listen in. Maybe there's like water under there, the sloshing of water and whatnot.
Make
Might
a
be there
perception.
where the
Make a perception check. It would be quite difficult to tell that, if not almost impossible. But yeah, you're not hearing anything in addition to just the general ambient creaking sounds. There are waves crashing against the hull constantly, and you don't hear anything really.
You want me to open it?
yes, let's open it.
All right. The bar is sort of rusted into the brackets a little bit, but it's not terribly difficult. You just rip this bar out and the trapdoor opens. And as you look down the stairs, you can actually see another cargo hold below. But the stairs are sort of like half underwater. They're submerged. And it's very, very dark down here. It looks like there's about 3 feet of water. There's like room, like there's air down here. It's not completely flooded, but it's submerged. The ship just sort of creaks side to side.
What do you guys think?
Oh, we came this far. Might as well do it.
Alright. And then Drill will head down.
All right, you step down and into water, and it goes up about 3.5, 4 feet, depending on where you're standing. It will be difficult terrain to move around. Ashanis, you head down, and
Yep. I'll just follow suit.
Raven goes down. Three-Eyed Owl goes down. All right, you guys all go down.
Yeah.
Alright, stepping down into this area, you see this deck runs the entire length of the ship. There are no bulkheads, and there are no walls. So it's just one big open wide space. The entire area is flooded with this dark, murky seawater. Fills it to a depth of, about 3 feet towards the starboard, and 4 feet towards the port, because that's the way the ship is sort of tilting. And it just sloshes against all these old mouldering crates piled against the port's hull. And it looks like, there's like a table floating around here, mouldering crates, and everything has this sort of stench about it. You cannot, like, barely make out the floor. You're just sort of wading through just floating, mouldering wooden furniture, crates and other stuff. There is this sort of pungent aroma, almost like spice, in here. Spicy sort of scent, very faint.
Delicious.
And you're just sloshing around through the water. There's just like stuff everywhere. You cannot like see your legs. Most people are going to be up to their waists. Very, very dark. You're just pushing through crates, some chairs, even like an old Three Dragon antique board and pieces and other crap, and yeah, there's stuff everywhere.
I guess we'll go through it and see if we can find the safe.
Yeah, I guess slowly go through it.
Alright, everyone can make a perception check or an investigation check. Either intelligence or wisdom, your choice. To either rummage through things or look around.
Alright, so Seb, for skills I didn't see perception, so I just click flat wisdom.
Yep.
I'm just gonna, do you want me to just click on perception and you'll take that?
If you have perception, then you have perception +3.
Yeah, I just accidentally clicked on wisdom there.
Oh, yeah. Just whatever you rolled first. Plus whatever you got.
Damn.
So
that'd be 11 for the first one.
Oh yeah, 11. Alright, Fruella, you're looking around and you're not finding anything. Riadao, you take a cursory investigation check to just, you're picking up these mouldering crates and old bits of clothes. You can tell that like there are definitely some spices down here. You even see occasional sort of bright, sort of pinkish swirls of water where there may have been some like paprika or something. And Sweet Lou or Craven, you're looking around, not seeing anything. But Melanie and Ashanis, alright, both of you spot something at the same time. It's this crate. It's a very large wooden crate. And it's marked with this stylized letter A, and you recognize it from Lord Albrecht's bodyguard, that half-orc. He had that same style of A on his livery. It's Lord Albrecht's family sigil.
Let's check it out.
And although there are like crates that are like floating around and being tossed around, the crate itself, it seems to be sort of stuck to the hull, or it's very, very heavy because it's not moving at all with the ebbs and flows of the ocean. Alright, you guys take a look at it. And as you do, two things happen. First of all, you guys hear this sound. Sounds like someone like sort of choking or something. 4 gaunt humanoid figures rise up from the murky water at the bow of the ship. They look undead, yet their flesh has not decayed. They have long whipping tongues, very, very elongated claws, gangly arms, sharp teeth. But that's not all that happens. You also feel the ship start to shift and move. And suddenly you see these long tentacles just burst through the hull of the ship.
Oh crap.
And these long whipping tentacles just start lashing around everywhere. They're huge as well. Each one just is of an unknown length, and they're just bursting through. They're not like bursting in and out, they've just ripped through into the hull of the ship. So, we're gonna roll initiative, firstly. And I'm gonna say how this is gonna work. At the start of everyone's turn, you'll need to make a dexterity save for these tentacles. They are just whipping around wildly, thrashing around everywhere. Can easily reach anyone in this ship. The dexterity save will be to avoid that. And for now, the tentacles just, you feel like the hull is being sort of crushed. But now there's just like tentacles burst through the walls here. Everything is difficult terrain because the ship is sort of shifting and moving. So movement speed is effectively halved. It applies for the ghasts as well. They're also getting hit by tentacles. Alright, one of these ghasts starts to sort of lurch forward, rising up from the water, and suddenly a tentacle just whoosh, bashes into the ghast. It sort of knocks into him, and he doesn't seem too badly hurt from it. And then he sort of moves forward in towards Fruella, reaches out with its long claws, and tries to slash at you, Fruella. And it just sort of, as the ship moves, it just lifts forward and splashes into the water. The next ghast, it moves forward, a tentacle just bursts out of nowhere. It only just very lightly flicks across the ghast, and it doesn't really hurt him too badly. And he just moves forward, jumps at Fruella, and tries to claw at her. That's a miss. Melanie, make a dexterity save at the start of your turn for a tentacle. Another one bursts through the ship, and you just jump out of the way of it, avoiding being hit. See these like massive suction cups just pulsating away. Are you there, Melanie? If you're talking, I can't hear you. Okay. Alright, you use Spirit Guardians. And I presume you're going to exclude everyone here.
Yeah, I'm not invisible this time.
These magical little spugnosises start to fly around her.
Oh god.
And the ghasts that start their turn and start to get sort of disintegrated by it.
Are the spugnosises like whimpering in fear?
They are. Each one's like and trying to do a little firebolt. It's like little baby spugnosises. Little Cupid versions, yeah. They've got little like bows and they shoot firebolts out. But instead of firebolts, all these random spells, different cantrips come out like Prestidigitation, Mage Hand, all the wrong spells. Okay, and any bonus action? I think that'll be your turn done there, Melanie. Alright, Oshanis, make a dexterity save. The tentacles are just slapping left and right, breaking everything up. One of them hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage, frantic thrashing.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go after the gas here.
Okay.
Actually, no. You know what? I'll move into this spot.
But it's difficult terrain, so...
Let's see. So where was I? Crap. Yeah, it won't even let me move. It's so difficult.
You were back here.
I was right here.
Yeah, are you holding down the Alt button or something?
No, I'm not doing anything.
Oh.
It's just weird. It's like stuck.
Okay.
Just using my mouse. So 10, 20, 30, I guess I can go there. But okay, I'll go here then.
Okay.
Attack that one.
You thrust forward with a wave cutter blade and you hit, piercing into the glass. You leave this icy wound across it.
Do another attack.
And you hit again. Again, the water from the blade freezes as it cuts this icy slash through the glass, almost killing it. The tentacles just whip left and right, and one of them just takes this glass head clean off. Oh no, wait, wrong one. It hits the glass and sort of snaps its neck to the side. Doesn't kill it. It's this one. It sort of shakes its head, doesn't seem too bothered by the tentacles, seems like it's hungry. It hisses, and as they move in, you guys can't start to smell this horrible stench coming off of them. And it moves into the Spirit Guardians. The first damage was 14. So he makes a Wisdom save against that. Alright, he fails, and the little Spugnoses start to shred him. He keeps on just slashing away, and just takes a claw attack at Fruella. And it hits. This claw rips across you, Fruella, for 10 slashing damage. And you need to make a con save against being paralyzed.
Alright, come on, big girl. Damn it.
Alright, you fail and you become paralyzed. Immediately, every single muscle that you have freezes up. And any attack on you will have advantage. And if they're within 5 feet, it'll also be a critical hit. The gas tongue thrashes around left to right. Another tentacle whips into this gas, sort of hits him in the gut. It hisses. And it crawls through over to here, and it steps into the Spirit Guardians. It tries to shield itself from the Spirit Guardians. Rolls up some damage. It makes the save, and it still starts to get just like sort of melted a little bit from these little spectral Spugnoses. Some pockmarks appear in its flesh. And as Fruella is here, paralyzed, it tries to just take a chunk out of her with a bite. Luckily, it just bites onto a bit of your armor. That misses. Alright, Three-Eyed Owl, make a dexterity save from the lashing tentacles that are just whipping around everywhere. Alright, you managed to dodge it. You duck underneath a tentacle that just smashes against the hull above you.
Right. Cast magic missile at level 2 to send 2 to this one and 2 to this one.
All right. You send the magic missiles out. One of them almost point blank range just blows the ghast's head off. This bloody stump just falls back as the ghast just splashes into the murky water, and then 2 of them crack into each side of this ghast. You hear bones breaking, and it looks pretty badly hurt.
Right, and then 5, 10, 20.
No, it's garage band.
25, 30. I'll go over here.
Holy shit,
And
not bad.
I'll desperately try to cover up the Spagnosi cherubs because she forgot to include any clothes.
A couple
There
of
ain't no
them-
shame in the light of the Lord. Look at those little penises.
You see like a big lineup of them, like 10 of them, just like wrapped in towels, and they just sort of run out from this little spectral
Do you guys
diving board. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I hear you.
So you just sort of they're taking their towels off as they're running into the diving board, and then they jump off into this like swirling light, and they're catching it like a wave. Whee! And they're being flung around like in an orbit, and as they get near the ghast, they start trying to piss on them. And they chuck one after another, after another, after another.
Take the radiant streams of love, you bastards.
Oh, what happened to Yara?
He left right after we said that we could hear him.
Yeah, I guess he's still trying to fix up the mic. Alright, okay, Craven. Make a dexterity save for these tentacles. They're just whipping around wildly. One, you narrowly dodge it. You feel the force of it sort of whisk past your face.
Ugh. It grows. Oh, it's disgusting.
Frilla's gonna get bitch slapped by this one.
Yep.
She automatically fails the dex save.
I'm gonna run up because I got half movement, just enough to get into here. And I'll use lesser restoration on Corella. Or Ferrella.
Ooh!
Alright.
So
Good
another
call.
titty slap.
You smacked me on the ass on that one.
There's a lot of ripples going on. And not just in the water.
Craven, roll for a grapple check. Yeah.
You're gonna get caught between Frilla's ass cheeks.
Oh no. Okay.
Alright, you get your hand back. It's not lost.
Oh no! Oh, I kind of wish I crit failed that.
Hey! Only Berserk can do that!
Like, oh, what's that? It's got my arm!
That's not a tentacle, honey!
Oh, God. Don't clamp down! Don't clamp down! Yeah, that's it. Jesus.
Alright, Fruella, the stench from these ghasts is quite overwhelming. And first thing you need to do is make a con save against poison.
Oh,
It doesn't bother you whatsoever. And
she's used to bears or farts.
yeah, she has a tolerance. And as you're not noticing that stench, a tentacle just whoosh, lashes around you. You make a dexterity save. And you jump to the side, and it just misses you.
Hey! Only Berserk can slap me with this tentacle! I'll go reckless, and I'll go for the one on the right first.
Right, take a reckless attack, and you actually miss. The ghast jumps out of the way. You slash into wood and water. You swing again, and that is a hit. And you just sever the ghast in two. Just cutting straight through him.
Alright, so, real quick, who has a weapon attack they can do at range?
It would
It
be,
goes Shaunus.
yeah.
I
That's it.
He can throw his trident.
I can throw a
Aquaman,
dagger.
Right now can throw his dagger.
anyone else?
I think I got a shoe I can throw.
You're gonna have soggy sock.
On the sleigh!
Oh, no, he's pulling out the Mexican mom flip flop.
With a chocolates. Whack! I got you, mijo! Whack!
Okay, that would be just a Shaunus then, unless someone wants to throw a.
Three-eyed owl has a dagger. He said he
dagger,
can
yeah.
throw. Are you gonna spit at him, Zilch?
Yeah, I'm so mad I'm gonna spit.
Spit some chewing
So,
tobacco.
I was
somehow,
hoping for a crit spit.
somehow there's still a bucket that you can spit through, even though there's like 3 feet of water.
No, one of the cherubs like wheels the spittoon by me, anticipating my needs.
Who am I? Am I actually going to throw something on this one? or
Yep,
not?
you can use
Yes,
your reaction to make a weapon attack.
All right. What am I attacking? Or am I just
It's up to
go
you.
ahead and just do range?
Anyone you want.
Uh,
You got
I'll
to
take
try
that one, I
it.
guess.
It's I think it's like 20 feet at least. Alright, you hurl your trident at the gas, it misses and just sort of sticks into the hull. Makes that exact sound. And Owl, are you going to throw that dagger?
Yep. At the same one.
Okay. That hits, and it sort of just sticks into the gas side for 3 damage. Doesn't bother it too much.
Anyone else? Craven, you got your shoe?
No, I do not. I'm not running through this thing barefoot.
Can't you throw a glove or something?
If I had one.
He doesn't even have a melee weapon, let alone a range. Alright, at the start of this round, you guys start to feel some weight put on this ship. Whatever this creature is, it's very, very big. And these writhing tentacles and the weight of this creature causes the entire ship to lift up. You feel yourself rising up, and it lifts the entire ship 30 degrees towards the port side. And everyone goes flying with it. At the start of your turns, you'll need to make 2 dex saves. First one will be to fall and slide towards the port. Second one will be for the lashing tentacles.
That's a feat of itself because of Fruilla.
Alright, this ghast, they're just like getting hit like randomly. You see the ghast get smashed by a tentacle quite badly, just bashes him over the face. And he managed to avoid the tilt. He just digs in his claws. Roll for Spirit Guardians as well. Melanie starts his turn that too. All right, he takes.
Sorry, not one d20. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I rolled 1d20, not 3d8.
So that's a good roll.
There we go.
Okay, it gets peed on a little bit by one of the little 3-eyed owls, little spug nose eyes, and
I think they need to get that checked out if it hurts to pee.
it just keeps on hissing. It doesn't go flying. The entire ship is just like tilting at this stage, and the ghast just hacks at Fruella again with the claw attack, and it slashes you for 11 damage. Fruella, make a con save against paralysis again. Again, Fruella, you find yourself sort of just frozen, paralyzed by the gas secretion.
Shit.
Alright, Melanie, make me a dex save for the tentacles.
First, I'll make a. I'm spiritually hurt that you made me Spugnosis' wife.
No, you didn't
Seb.
realize that.
No, you know what? You know how I felt about that man.
He became the three-eyed owl when he died and came back to life. He had learned things.
And a three-legged owl, if you know what I'm talking about.
All right.
Anyway, I got him the leg.
As the ship is being listed, you duck underneath a tentacle that just swoops over your head, and now make a dex save for going flying, basically. All right, you manage to grab onto something, a beam or mast or something, and you don't get thrown anywhere.
Can I attack these tentacles?
Sure.
I would like to use a spiritual weapon as a bonus action to take a swing at a tenty.
Okay, cast spiritual weapon, and it's an automatic hit. It's like they're so big and there's so many. Just roll for damage, basically. All right, you
8.
You make a little spiritual weapon, and it looks like the three-eyed owl's third leg.
Third leg, yeah. It's just a big old. It's the big old dick, swinging dick.
It's a big
Wobbles
chunk,
in the way.
a big chungus, and it slams into the tentacle, and the tentacle just like almost as if it like has its own mind. It just sort of flicks around a little bit. It's not enough to like fend it off. Not enough damage to fend it off entirely.
And I'll actually take the dodge action as my action because a lot of dexterity saving throws going around, and I want to chill.
Okay, you dedicate your action to trying to stay safe.
And then yacht.
Okay, Ashanis, first of all, a dex save for tentacles.
Okay. First one. There.
Alright, a tentacle whips you across the back for 2 bludgeoning damage. And now make another dex save for being thrown towards the port. You manage to maintain your footing. And you're up.
Am I able to move with the tentacles around or no?
Yeah, they're just like whipping around left and right. They're not like grabbing you or grappling you or anything like that. They're just like smashing into everything.
I'll go detective.
Alright, you have with your wave cutter blade in hand, slash through the glass once for 8 damage.
I'll do it again.
Freezes up as you slice, and you hit again. And you almost cleave through that gas entirely with that attack. Alright, a tentacle just whips the gas slightly, and it makes a dex save. It also makes a wisdom save. It's in Spirit Guardians. Alright, it maintains its footing, it doesn't get thrown anywhere. Little Spugnosi fly by. They chuckle
Slapping him with his dick.
as they start peeing on him. And the gas actually just chokes to death, and the radiant stream of
Drown
pee,
in the piss of my love.
his eyes start to glow yellow and just sinks into the ground.
I'm like R. Kelly of TNT.
I was just thinking that.
How did I get here? Married to Spugnosis? R. Kelly? What happened?
Al, first for the tentacles. Dex save. You dodge a tentacle whipping around, and the ship starts to list towards the port. You feel it rise up, water is just churning through the starboard. Everything gets thrown over to one side. You grab onto Melanie, and you don't go flying anywhere.
All right. I'll fire bolt. This guy.
That hits, and despite the fact that there's so much water sloshing around everywhere, it just explodes over the gas, and he is just churned away. a smoldering mess. You sort of half swim, half wade, like just throwing your legs over the surface of the water, trying to get through, avoiding all this other crap. Craven, you're doing the same thing, and a tentacle just whoosh, whips by you. Make a dex save. You duck underneath the tentacle. Now make another dex save to be thrown. You get launched. You're not prepared for this, and you're thrown against the port, Craven, and land prone, crashing to the ground.
You didn't hold on to Ferula's clenched cheeks.
Yeah.
No, you just need to learn to wipe better. I couldn't get a grip.
Yeah, this is all you had to grab onto, and you didn't want to grab it. You'd rather just die by an octopus.
Just take me now.
I mean, there's plenty of veins to like get a good grip on. I don't know.
Oh, that image.
And then it's also like throbbing.
Alright, so you can stand up for 15 feet.
And well, it's half movement to go through, so can I even move?
I
got 15 feet, yeah, so
you've got one
that's
square.
one. Alright, I'll dash, so that'll be an extra, so a few more.
Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was dealing with my mic. It's been acting awful on me.
And that'll be my turn.
I can hear you. Are you back?
Yeah, hopefully for now. I'm hoping.
Okay. We're just about to end this round of combat, so I'll roll you into the turn order, or you can roll yourself into initiative. And I'll just tell you what's happening on your turn. I'll just put you up near Craven. Just pretend that you're doing something else above deck, helping out somewhere, scouting the area. Okay, Fruella, you automatically get hit by a tentacle. And it whacks you for 2 bludgeoning damage, and then you're just thrown as well up against the hull and knocked prone. And there's nothing you can really do about it. You just have to try and shake the paralysis, which you do automatically. Oh no, you have to still make a con save, so give me a con save. You're actually like underwater now too. You just like smashed into the corner of the ship here. And
oh, come on!
You're still paralyzed. Could be the end of Fruella. I'm joking, it's not that bad. But it's not looking too good. Alright. The ship has finished turning now, so you're basically like, this is almost like the new floor. It's like a 30-degree tilt. Now you guys just hear this like moaning sound. There's just like this sudden sort of pause, this loud moan, and you just see like bits of the hull actually breaking. It feels like the tentacles are just starting to crush the ship, and water just starts pouring through the hull, flooding the entire section, so everyone is just underwater now. So you're all swimming at the moment. You're all just plunged into the underwaterness. Tentacles are still just thrashing around everywhere.
Except for Ferula, she's sinking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You'll either. I mean, the roof is like 8 feet tall, so it's just already those 3 feet wall. Now it's just flooded in completely. And alright, Melanie. Make a dex save with advantage for a tentacle. And also, Elmo, you can roll yourself initiative. Or I'll just roll you in if you like.
For 6 and 2.
Okay, despite you... Despite your being so attentive there, Melanie, your gaze is just caught somewhere else temporarily. And... a tentacle just bashes you for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Woo! Okay.
Wait, don't the tentacles have to make wisdom saves?
they're getting like sort of hurt, but the actual creature itself is like not actually in Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
It's
I kinda
not
feel like we
basically enough to effectively like do anything to it.
Yeah. Is Fruella floating or is she below the water?
She's just like underneath the water. Everything's yeah. She's sort of just jammed up against the port.
All right, I'll swim over there and say, "We girls gotta stick together," and I'll go under the water, and if I can, I'll cast Lesser Restoration on her.
If it has a verbal component,
It does. It'll
Alright,
be bad for me.
that means you'll take
Can
in
I-
water. You'll be drowning instantly.
Can I resurface?
There's like it's at the moment everything is underwater. The entire hull has flooded.
Oh, so I'm already underwater.
Yep. At the start of this round,
Oh,
water
okay.
has flooded the entire area here.
Then I will undo that because I thought there was like a little air pocket that we're in. But if we're every girl for herself, Melanie thinks, and no one can hear her because she doesn't want to drown to death. She'll use her bonus action to attack the tentacles again with the spiritual weapon.
Okay. All right, you hit one of the tentacles, bruise it ever so slightly.
What the hell? Why is it only doing 2? That should actually be 2 more damage. So it's just only adding 1 for my wisdom for whatever reason.
Okay.
And then I will dash towards the stairs to get above water.
Okay.
And as part of that spiritual weapon movement, I'd like to move it 20 feet to the south. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind moving that bad boy, because
Yeah.
And that'll be me.
All right, Elmo, you've rushed down from checking around the area and just see like the ship is under attack by some sort of giant squid-like creature or octopus creature, and they're just thrashing tentacles. Everyone found this crate which may have the safe in it. No one's checked yet, and you have to make a dexterity save at the start of your turn. Also, everything here is difficult terrain, so half movement speed. You're just swimming underwater.
He's not in the Discord, Seb.
Oh,
Yeah,
laptop
he
froze.
left. His
Okay.
laptop froze.
He's still not. He's not
Oh
here.
man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. All right, Ashanis, make a dex save for tentacles.
All right. There we go.
You get whacked quite badly. 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the frantic thrashing.
And then do I do another one?
No, the ship's not like turning anymore. It's already
Okay. Can I attack this tentacle?
sure. All right, you hit one of the tentacles, and it sort of retorts a little bit, but it's still sort of lashing about.
Yep. Do another one.
All right, you hit again, and you slice through one of the tentacles, like cutting it in two, and it causes the other ones to just sort of retract a little bit.
And guess I'll end there.
All right, 3-eyed owl. All right, the tentacles they've momentarily slowed, so you don't need to make the saving throw.
All right, I'll chug my way to here and try to open the chest.
All right, you can use your action to open the chest. It's not terribly difficult. You don't need to make any ability check. You just grab onto the wooden lid and rip it open. And inside there is a smaller blue box. Inside that chest.
All right, and there's nothing else I can do this round, so I can't grab it or anything. So
Craven. And the tentacles have... Ushana seems to have slowed them, severing one of them. The rest are just sort of writhing a little bit. You don't need to make any saving throw.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. No, can't get to her. No, I'll just start heading towards the door. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Alright, Fruella, you are automatically... Oh no, actually, you're not hit because the tentacles are retracted. You just make a con save at the end of your turn to try and break the paralysis. And
Finally!
you snap out of it at the end of your turn. You can start to move again.
Alright, I will move here.
That well,
No, I can't pick up the...
that was at the end
what?
of your turn, not at the start of your turn.
Oh, so I can't do anything.
Yeah, you basically lose a turn, I'm afraid. Alright, at the start of this round, yeah, you guys are just feeling like more pressure just put on the hull and the sucker tentacles just writhing around everywhere. You can still feel the ship being like sort of listed and crushed. And the tentacles are still retracted. So, Melanie, you're up.
That was fast. Let's see. If they're still retracted.
You still see their little pointy bits flailing around slightly. But they're not attacking at the moment.
I'll dash to get above deck. I'm the weakest one here. I ain't gonna grab anything out of that chest. So I'd like to dash and get out of this sunken misery, but before I do, I'll move the spiritual weapon 20 feet and stab at a little squiggly wiggly tentacle.
Okay. Alright, you bash another tentacle and it just sort of retracts a little bit, bruising it.
Okay, and then I will dash to the staircase.
Alright, as you try to climb the stairs, it's quite difficult, and you actually need to make an athletics check to get up the stairs. As everything's being thrown, you're basically climbing, and there's so much going on. You need a burst of strength to get up there. Alright, even despite the ship rocking back and forth, you manage to climb up the stairs, and you arrive in the next area, and it's actually not flooded.
I go, oh, sweet Jesus. I can breathe, and then I
Water is starting to fill up here, though. You can see water just bursting in from either side, port and starboard, starting to fill up this deck. And you actually notice some doors open, Melanie. You notice some doors ahead of you here open, and you see these cocoons strung up from the roof with these bloody symbols, demonic symbols painted into the deck, and the cocoons sort of writhe a little bit. They're like humanoid-sized cocoons hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, shit. So just a reminder, I still have Spirit Guardians on, so if those humanoid cocoons are in them, they're getting peed on.
Okay. They seem to be moving a little bit, but the Spirit Guardians isn't really, like, they're not getting melted.
Okay.
There are hundreds of tiny little spiders that are just getting flooded with pee, though.
I smiled at myself in the beauty of the moment.
Okay, Ashanis.
Alright, I need to roll again?
Nope, you have caused the tentacles to momentarily retract.
How's Ferrella looking?
She is looking like her usual self.
Okay, I will
on her back.
jump to walk. And I'll attack that one.
Alright, you start hacking into the tentacles, and you cause another one to sort of retract, and they just momentarily sort of pull back, but you can still hear them just crushing this hull.
This one wasn't cut in half, though?
No. You can't actually crit this tentacle, it's just an automatic hit, but you can't get a crit.
Gotcha.
You start to work on it, hacking into it.
All right, I'm gonna hit that one again. Oh, of course.
What's an automatic hit again? Alright, you hack off another one, just slice it, and the half that's sliced off inside the deck is just sort of thrashing around, writhing left and right. Alright, at the end of your turn though, Ashanis, those ones, they sort of pull back, and two more burst out and smash through the hull.
What? No.
And
I
one
was
of
doing a
them
good thing.
comes straight in at the three-eyed owl. Not like they duplicate or anything, just those ones pull out and more burst in. One of them comes straight up to the three-eyed owl, just slaps around left and right, and need to make a dex save. Alright, it just comes out of nowhere and pounds into you for 12 bludgeoning damage. Just hitting you direct hit.
All right. Does it look like the safe that he described with a lock?
Yes.
A combination lock, I believe.
It's not a combination lock, it's just like a waterproof blue box is how he described it. But he knows a secret passcode, as in a word or something to unlock it.
Try to take it away.
Alright, you try to lift this thing and it is so damn heavy. You're not even sure if you can move it. You can make an athletics check to try and pick it up.
I'll look at Fruella. I'll just use a help action, I guess, if I can. If this thing looks too heavy for me to go, just look at Fruella and point at the box and
Alright.
to try to help her out.
You can do that, and in the case of helping to move the box, what happens is you'll go on her turn if she moves the box. You'll move with her on her turn.
All right.
A Craven, tentacles are just whipping around to the left, whipping around to the right, and you can make a dexterity save. You dodge any tentacles. You're good.
Good. All right, grab the box. We are getting the fuck out of here. I'll just wait here for them, but right. Let's see. Is that verbal? Yes, it is. Shit. No, I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna go up top. If I have the
You
movement.
can punch a tentacle.
Alright, you take the dash action. Make a athletics check to try and clamber up these stairs.
Ooh, let's see if my fat ass can get up there.
Alright,
No.
you try to climb up, but the ship just sort of rocks, and you end up falling, and you fall prone.
And you all think you hear the word "damn it." And... right. And that's it. Shit.
Do you have any more movement speed? You have 15 feet.
Oh, was
and
there
stand up.
was there more trying to get it?
I'm not
Yeah, if I
sure.
could stand up, that'd be great.
I wasn't counting. Were you counting?
Oh. No, I definitely have more. If I was going up from here, I definitely have at least 2 more spaces.
You have only 10 feet left. Wait, how many feet
Yeah.
did you use? What square did you start in?
See, I was right here, so that'd be 15. Then the dash was to get here,
All right.
so I'd have 2 more spaces.
So you used 30 feet then to get where you were, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then you fell prone, and then you can stand up again for 15 feet. And
All right.
you have enough to try and climb up again. You can make another athletics check.
All right. Let's try it one more time.
All right, you managed to climb up.
Oh,
You get
wow, I
up
was
right next
expecting
to
fall
Melanie.
again.
And there's
Damn,
no
mayonnaise
water
is a bad
here.
idea.
The area's not flooded, but it is starting to fill up quite quickly. Alright, Fruella, make a dexterity save from the lashing tentacles. Alright, you get hit by one that just whoosh, whips into you for 6 bludgeoning damage. You can use 15 feet of movement to stand up.
How do I stand up if I'm floating in water?
You're not really well, you're riding yourself. You're sort of like just being hurtled around in a circle or on your back
okay.
or just disorientated. You just orientate yourself basically.
Alright, well, Farilla's gonna try and get the box.
Okay, you can make an athletics check with advantage because the three-eyed owl's helping you lift it. Alright, you managed to pick it up, Fruella. What's your strength score? Alright,
17.
It is heavy, and you take a minus 20 feet to your movement speed.
Ooh.
Alright, three-eyed owl helps with that though, and you reduce it down to the minus 10 feet. The problem is he's so weak that he effectively just cannot move with it. You'd be like, yeah, he'd just be slowing you down basically. Like, he can't even move with it at all. Actually, no, wait. With both of your strengths, actually, I may have made a mistake. No, you guys have combined lifting it. That would be 20 feet of movement if you both carry it.
Alright.
You have to stay within 5 feet of each other. And if one of you are knocked over, you're going to drop the box.
Alright. So then it'd be.
You can't move this
Let's
turn.
see.
You've used all
Okay.
your movement and everything. You have to start moving next turn. And basically, throughout out, you'll go on Fruella's turn every turn while you're holding that box.
Alright. Though if I'm like holding her back, I would just let her do it.
Together, with your strength scores combined, it's actually not too bad. If you're trying to lift it by yourself, you wouldn't be going anywhere, basically. Alright, Melanie, Craven. Tentacles just start bursting through the ship at the start of this round, and the entire area gets flooded as the ship begins to slide under the waves. This the deck is tilted. The deck is sort of tilted, yeah. Probably about 10 feet above the water. The ship is getting flipped. It's starting to capsize.
Oh god damn!
And you guys get flooded here. Alright, Melanie. Make a deck save from one of these tentacles that just burst through the next level of decks and try to hit you.
Let's see. Huh. I can't get my character sheet to open. Oh, that's because it's off screen. One sec. Wait, what the fuck? It ain't opening, Seb.
Let me see what's going on here. I'll bring the sheet up for you.
There we go. Sorry.
How's Alright, you managed to dodge the tentacle.
Okay, she's. How do I get more above deck? Do I have to go through this weird Satan room?
There's a staircase around here that you went. That's how you got below. So you gotta go like left, down, then right.
I kind of wanna. I mean, you said the cocoon shuttered, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there might be people in there. Hold on. It's Melanie's alignment. Any race, any alignment. That does not help. Am I good or am I neutral?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You I think Melanie would be good.
Well, shit. I guess I'll swim over to one of them there shuddering cocoons. And think to myself, I'll help you, stranger. And then, I guess try and tear it open.
All right,
Or,
you
like,
can
kick it?
make an athletics check to try and tear it open. All right, you fail to rip the cocoon open, and you just see like all these like drowned spiders just sort of floating around you left and right. And
This does not look like a good scene at all.
there's like just crap just getting thrown everywhere as well. All the blood is starting to dissolve from these runes, and water is just crushing everywhere. It's very disorientating as well. And tentacles are thrashing around. Bits of splintered wood are just breaking through everything.
Then I guess I'll move my spiritual weapon up the stairs and boop the tentacles up here.
Okay.
Is it 1d plus 3? For 9.
Alright, you hit one of the tentacles, just butting it slightly with your big chungus.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Ashanis, make a dex save for the thrashing tentacles.
All right.
You dodge.
Finally.
Completely dodge.
All right, we gotta get out of here. Guys, get out of here. Climb up. Go here. Here. Where is out, by the way?
The stairs were down towards the stern.
Can I get underneath the tentacles somehow, or no? I gotta fight my way through them.
Yeah, you're dodging through them. They're not stationary, they're everywhere. The dex save
Oh,
represents you dodging them.
3. So I can only move 3 spaces, right?
Yep. Oh, if
That'd
you
be
dash,
that,
then you go another 3.
Oshanus doesn't have a swim speed? He's a sea elf, isn't he?
It's difficult terrain because of the ship being thrown around everywhere.
Oh,
Being
okay.
thrown left to right, the ship's twisting, and there's crap everywhere.
Yeah, I'll dash. I'll dash again. Try to get to the. That's it.
Alright, you start making a break for the stairs.
It's going down, people. Get out.
You try to speak, but no one can hear you. Just bubbles are just coming out. Alright, 3-eyed owl, make a dex. You make a dex save, and then you and Pharrella can move this turn.
I get hit.
You do. A tentacle lashes into you for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, and I'll do whatever I can to dash and help move this thing as far as I can towards
Alright.
the exit.
So, your movement speeds combined are the lowest of the two of you, which you got the same. So it's 30. Now, the box reduces your movement speed by 10. So your movement speed is 20. So you go 2 squares. And then you can use your action to dash. And move another 2 squares. So you go 4 squares with the box.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And Fruella, you go, yeah, exactly like that. You guys are both holding onto it, just trying to take it out of here. Craven, you've got a tentacle coming your way. You dodge it with some style.
Alrighty, I'll move my 15. And yeah, I'll just zap the tentacle with Toll the Dead. Just to try to get this, go back a little.
Saving throw cannot affect it. It has to be an attack roll.
Hey. Yep, that is. I got jack shit.
Punch it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just take a medium.
Just
punch.
bite it like a fucking man.
Yeah, it's an automatic hit. All right, you just punch the tentacle.
I didn't order the calamari.
Alright. The tentacles are still thrashing around, and Fruella, Oh, I just realized Fruella's actually lower on the turn order, so you guys are supposed to move on Fruella's turn next round. Alright. Fruella, make a dex save. Tentacle hits you. For 10 bludgeoning damage, this one just crashes straight into you. And then you're just, yeah, you're using your action to move with him. Next time you guys will move on Fruella's turn. Next round, next turn. Okay.
Good. I gotta need some healing.
At the start of this round, waves are just like breaking over the ship. You're pretty sure the entire ship's basically underwater at this stage. Like you guys are like, the ship has basically sunk at this stage, and yeah, everything is tilted. You'd be surprised if the ship doesn't break apart within the next minute or so completely. You guys just plunged into the ocean. So, alright, Melanie, the tentacles are still going, and make a dex save. Could be the end of our NPCs, but it's not over. Melanie dodges a tentacle.
Melanie boops a tentacle with a bonus action. For 1d8 plus 3.
Alright.
7. And because I have no... I'll try and tear open this cocoon one more time before I get the fuck out of here.
Alright, it's you're not doing enough damage to effectively sort of injure the tentacles enough to get them to retract. And make a athletics check. Now you're gonna try, and the cocoon just ain't opening.
Alright, I need to get out of here. I start swimming towards the staircase, so I don't die.
I'm gonna go this way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
I got that.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I waved to Craven.
Alright, Shaunus, make a dex save.
All right.
Death save?
Not this round, not yet. That'll be soon. Shaunus, you're hit for 11 bludgeoning damage from a stray tentacle that whips into you.
I'm trying to get out, so I'm going towards wherever the exit is.
Alright, that's 40 feet of movement, and then you try to climb the stairs. Make an athletics check. Alright, you managed to just launch yourself up. For 50 feet of movement, you get here next to Melanie and Craven. And you want to go this way. You got one more square basically, so you get there. Well, yeah, there.
Or there? Okay, there.
Either one.
Alright, that's fine. I'll do that.
Alright, Mr. Owl, dex save for you. You dodge an incoming tentacle, and now you're using your action to help Fruella move the chest.
Yep.
Craven, dex save.
Whoops, wrong one. Oh, that's the right one.
A tentacle hits you for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yep. I'll make my dash and keep going. And it's right over here.
Keep going down south. 30, 40, 50. Alright, you just get to the bottom of the staircase.
Okay.
Alright, it's Fruella's turn. So first of all, dex save, Fruella. You're good. And you guys can go another 4 squares with the box. as you're trying to haul it out of here. Alright, you guys are doing good. You're almost making it to the staircase. Both of you are maintaining hold of it. The ship is just like... You're just swimming through water. At the start of this round, again, waves are just... You're just feeling the ship just... Splintered wood is just spraying out everywhere. And you must know that this ship is very close to just being completely disintegrated. Melanie.
Alright. Do I make a dex check?
Yes. Tentacles have not been pushed back.
Shit.
You fail and take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Woo! Alright, I'm gonna dash up the stairs because I'm gonna die soon. Let's see.
Alright, you
So
two
I will
will just
move.
get to the base of the stairs next to Craven with a full...
Okay.
Yeah, with a full 60 feet of movement, that's what it'll get, yeah.
Alright. Oh, best. Because my spiritual weapon's not doing shit, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay. Alright, Sharnus. It's a dexterity save for you for tentacles. Are you there, Sharnus?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was looking at the other thing. All right. If I go back and help with the box, will they go faster?
I mean, you I wouldn't looked at the box briefly. I don't even think you saw the box really. Maybe you saw it a little bit through the water. It looked pretty small. You can't imagine more than 2 people getting their hands on it. Three-eyed owl's looking pretty badly hurt though. So if you want to go back and help, that would be a very Ashanis thing to do.
I will go back and help. So I'm not exactly sure how to get there, but I'll go back to help if you want.
Alright, that's 10, 20. So you've used 20 feet of movement.
30.
Did you make a dex save? You didn't make a dex save.
No, I did not. Do I do that?
Yep, at the start of your turn, you gotta make one. Alright, you dodge the tentacles as they lash at you as you try to get to this box. All your movement.
I break his hold on the box if I could do it at all.
You can't grab the box from where you are. You're not close enough to it.
Okay, well, I'll move here then.
You're taking the dash action?
Yeah,
Okay.
to get to the box and try to, let him know I'm going to take the box.
Alright, at the moment, you won't be able to help because it takes your action to help.
Yep.
But you can start to hand it over.
I motion for them to go.
Okay. Alright, Al, you're helping Cruella for now. Make a dex save first. Alright, you dodge a tentacle that lashes around. Chance has come to help you.
Alright, I'm ready to hand it over.
You can pass it to him with your action. It does take an athletics check on your behalf to hand it over to Ashanis. Alright. Not you, Ashanis.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Takes an athletics check from 3-eyed owl.
But would we still be able to move the box this turn?
No, you have to use your action to pass it to him.
I'm waving you guys on. Both of you.
Yeah, well,
It's not easy to transfer this box over. So it weighs
I'll
like...
motion to him to follow us so that next turn, if we manage to get up, I could hand it over to try to move the box as much as possible.
Alright, so you're going to use your action to keep on moving the box instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to wait. But we're getting... Yeah.
Craven. You're at the bottom of the stairs. You can use an athletics check to get up. Alright, a tentacle, first of all, hits you for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, yep. I'll attempt to get up. Alright, athletics.
Alright, you try to climb up and the ship is just twists and you're just thrown prone in your space. Then you can just simply stand up for 15 feet of movement and try again.
Alright. Yeah.
Just basically just thrown forward, you just trip over. And you trip over again. And now you'll need to use your action to dash to move anymore.
That works for me.
Okay.
I'll try getting back up there again.
Alright, try again.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, you're probably not going to be thanking me once you get up there. Alright, let me just move you over, Craven. Alright, you arrive up into the hole. Alright, so you're still underwater. You get up onto the main deck and you just see tentacles wrapping around the entire ship everywhere, Craven. It's quite dark. And do we have a light source?
No, my light source was
Just
Melanie.
pitch black up here. You're in underwater. Shit's just splashing all over you. It's dark. It's cold. You're like inside the cabin that's flooded still.
I should have stayed on my island.
And I think you still got like 1 square of movement, so you can start to swim towards the open doorway.
Oh, okay. There's my character. All right. I
Yep.
think this is the one.
Yep, you're just not going to see anything at the moment. Alright, Fruella, you dodge an incoming tentacle, and you and Three-Eyed Owl can dash to get 4 feet of movement. Now, as you both approach the stairs, this is going to be tricky. So 10, 20. Alright, both of you need to make an athletics check to make it up these stairs. Alright, Fruella, you lead. And Three-Eyed Owl, you get a burst of strength, and both of you manage to get the chest up the stairs.
It's like moving. Ouch.
Yeah. Alright, that should be your full movement. You guys are both carrying the box, and you're making your way up. A little ways to go, but you're getting closer. You just leave Oshana's hanging.
I'm like, okay.
Again, ship is just being broken now. For a bit more. Melanie, deck save for you. You dodge. And there's an arm.
Okay.
Alright, you're over at the base of the stairs, so make an athletics check to try and get up. You'll have to use 10 feet just to get there because you're behind Craven.
Okay.
And you just launch yourself up. That's 20 feet of movement. And I'm just going to move you over here, Melanie. Alright, you come up behind Craven, and Craven, you start to see this glow behind you of this light.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Oh,
Alright.
what the fuck?
Alright, as you guys arrive onto the main deck, you just see, first of all, I'll just remove the water so you can see like the tentacles. Alright, there are these thick boy tentacles everywhere. They're dragging the ship into the very depths of the ocean. Now, the waves are breaking over the ship. The entire port half of the ship is about 3 feet below water. You can just make out the supernatural glow of some goblet-sized octopus that's just dragging the ship under. There's just the starboard edge is 5 feet above water, and you just see heaps of spiders, giant spiders clinging to the starboard edge of the ship that's above the water, and standing there also with this, who just lights up this glowing flame in his hand, is a half-orc. And he looks at you all, and he starts yelling, But you guys don't make out his words. You're still underwater, basically. And he's looking over his shoulder towards the starboard side. They sort of noticed you a little bit, but he looks like he's getting ready to throw this fireball at something else. And I'll show you a handout as well of what this guy looks like. He looks like a spellcaster. There, those.
He looks like some stupid bitch. That's what he looks like.
And here is a picture of O'Shaughnessy.
The chaos that's occurring.
That's Fruilla getting hit by the tentacle.
That's Elmo in the
I can-
background.
Yeah. So I can move 5 more feet. Well, 1 more square.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good
So,
thing I'm a druid, so I
doorway-
can swim on out of here.
I didn't put dynamic lighting, but the doorway is to the north where Craven is. Maybe I'll just quickly
thank
draw
you.
someone.
Thank you.
You're still inside this like cabin hold, basically, like that. Actually, I think Craven's blocking your way, Melanie. But I'll say you can just squeeze out by him there.
Okay. And then I guess I have an action still. I guess I'll dodge, actually.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, am I still underwater?
Yeah. Only like the 5 foot of the starboard side is above water. The rest of the ship, it's like almost tilted on like an angle now, like a 90-degree angle. The ship is just like being dragged down towards the port side.
Ah, great. Spirit Guardians, don't fail me now. Test.
Okay. Alright, so Sharnus, the tentacles are relentless and whipping away. Make a dex save.
I love these tentacles. They love me.
You dodge them. And you just see Pharrell and 3 Hour run past you as you run to help and go up the stairs.
I'm like, what? All right, I fell right after them.
Alright, make an
Yeah,
athletics
yeah.
check to try and climb up.
Oh, you love it. All right, do it again.
Alright, you get up. That costs you 20 feet of movement to get here. You got 3-eyed Owl and Fruella sort of in your way a little bit. Are you just trying to get ahead of them, or?
I'm trying to grab the box. I'm like,
Would it be like a free action to just like let go of the box
Nope,
so he could grab it?
It's not that easy. It takes your full action to hand the box to someone. It weighs like over 500 pounds.
Oh shit!
Oh,
oh my god!
Yeah, that's
How
why.
do we get this out of here, guys?
That's why you guys are
Oh, boy.
so hard to move. It's like it's only tiny as well. Like even if you look at that handout, it's like a tiny little can fit in like the size of your hand box, basically.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't expecting 500 pounds.
But yeah, if you haven't realized yet, it's super heavy. That's why it's so hard to move.
I punch his hand.
Just let it go. We gotta go.
It's like I jump on the box. You won't, guys. I'm how much are we? 100 pounds. You guys won't notice the difference. All right, I'll stay behind waiting for them to give me the box. If need be. I don't know. Is that best there or here? I don't know where to go. One of these.
All right, you use 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, if you get ahead of them, then you get here. You start to move
Well, I
your
try to
way
be a
to
place
the
where they
opposite.
can hand it. Where they can hand it to me. Yeah.
Well,
So-
they can hand it to you. Okay. You
Okay.
want to stand next to
That's
Fruella
perfect.
then, so 3-eyed Owl can hand it off to you.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
all right. I'll either hand it to him or I'll be dead. Here we go. I'm dead.
All right, a tentacle hits you for 8 bludgeoning damage. 3-eyed Owl.
Yep.
It knocks you unconscious, and you drop the box. Fruella.
Hey, I get the
3-eyed
box
Owl,
finally. Yes.
You.
Thanks, 3-eyed Owl.
The box gets dropped.
This is a hard choice to make.
The box is now prone. We'll say. I'll put the prone marker on it so we can keep track that it's on the
Box
ground
is prone.
now. Yeah, even if you're holding onto it, Frella, it slips out of your hands.
Oceanus has a tough choice to make here.
See Ashana slightly smile. He's like, yes.
I get the box. It's all mine. Mine.
Alright, Three-Eyed Owl,
Okay.
that's it. You're just unconscious now.
Yep.
You may have to get resurrected again and become like the Five-Eyed Owl or something. Alright, Craven and Melanie, as you guys are here, just like tentacles are lashing around. You see these like dead creatures. They look like these weird blobs with like sharp fangs. Just sort of, one of them just very ominously just sort of floats past your face, Craven. And it looks like this.
What the heck?
Oh, those fuckers.
You just see
That
one of
doesn't
them
look
sort of float past you with all of these like dead spiders around it as well.
That didn't go so well for them.
Dude.
Alright, make
Fuck
a dexterity save for the tentacle. Alright, one tentacle hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty. I will use my action to use healer kits on Melanie. So she gets 12. Then I'll use my bonus action for healing word on myself at level 2. 6. And shit. Yeah, I need to make room, so I do not want to go out there. So this is the doorway that they're coming up, right? Or
Yeah,
the stairway?
yeah.
Okay. I can just move over one and hope for the best.
Alright, you're basically climbing like up at this stage. That's the way that how much the deck is being tilted.
That makes sense.
Well, deck save for you. A tentacle hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage. Alright, now you can try and use your action to pick this box back up.
I'm stuck with a tough decision here.
And you will need
I
an
don't-
athletics check as well.
Fuck it. I'm gonna grab Three-Eyed Owl and just book it.
Okay. You grab him, and you'll be able to only go. Every square is going to cost you 20 feet of movement, so you'll go with a dash. This round, you'll just go like 1 square actually, because it takes your action to grab him instead.
Okay.
Alright, you grab him and drag him with you. Alright, at the start of this round, you see this half-orc dive off the ship into the water. And as do the spiders. They all dive off and just sort of start swimming. The spiders are not very good at swimming, they're just getting tossed around. There's absolute mayhem, but they're sort of gone. But there's something else. Although they are gone, these other creatures, these more demon creatures, you see some of them start to scramble forth from the water. They sort of climb up the hull towards Melanie and Craven. And some of them are just going to be like going into the Spirit Guardians. But 4 of them come from below and they join initiative. 4 of these little weird looking quivering creatures.
That is ugly. That is very,
Right.
very ugly.
Meanwhile, there are still thrashing tentacles everywhere, and Melanie, make a deck save at advantage. You dodge an incoming tentacle.
Woo! And I'll use my action to dash to the part of the ship I can stand on.
Okay. You get up onto finally a bit of air on top of the ship, basically. 40 feet of movement to get up there, and you can just look down and see this like gigantic creature, some sort of horrible elder octopus, wrapping its tentacles around the ship and just dragging it down. Ship hasn't like it's starting to roll. You think maybe you got like another 30 seconds before the entire ship is just rolled on over.
Oh, great. And I'll cast Spiritual Weapon a second time, and I'll boop the nearest Maw Demon with it.
Okay. Let me move your Spiritual Weapon on over. Alright, that hits, and Big Chungus whacks the closest Maw Demon for 7 force damage.
Right.
Right in the mouth.
They're crawling over the tentacles, just rushing up, using their gangly claws to dig into the hull and climb up towards you guys.
Ugh. And
Alright, Sharnus, dex save for tentacles.
All right. Okay.
One of them bashes into you slightly for 2 bludgeoning damage.
So did Ferrella grab?
Yep, Pharella's got the 3-eyed owl.
Okay.
No.
Can I grab the chest? Is there any way possible for me to do it myself?
You can use your action to make an athletics check to try and lift it up.
All right, we'll go ahead and do that then.
Alright, you managed to lift the box up with your action, and your movement speed while carrying it is reduced by 20 feet. So effectively you'll go 10 feet. So 1 square you could move with it.
All right. I will go to 1 square.
Alright, I'll say that the 3-eyed owl's over here and over here somewhere. Alright,
Yeah.
you take the box.
I'll go at him. I mean, I'll go right here.
You,
I'll go there. Why do you keep moving that? Don't move that.
do you want to go towards the exit or not? That's the way
Yeah,
towards the
I
exit.
know that. That we're gonna exit, but I don't
we
want to.
believe in you, Shaunus. You're the only one who can't drown.
I don't want to box them out though. I gotta make sure they stay in front of me.
They are in front of you.
Okay, yeah. All right, then I'll go that way. So there we go.
3-eyed owl's over Pharella's shoulder. Okay, these more demons are getting like hit by tentacles. One of them just gets bashed a little bit, and they sort of screech and move in through the Spirit Guardians. One of them just rushes up towards Craven and makes a wisdom save as a little Spugnosire just dissolving it away. Alright, it gets pretty badly shredded up, but it's not enough to kill it. And as it gets to Craven, it opens this massive maw, screeches, and its mouth just opens, and teeth try to bite you. They chomp, but miss, just cleaving into a bit of the tentacle instead.
Now, I will say, I don't know if he could make it, because his speed is halved in Spirit Guardians, so it's halved and then difficult terrain, right?
It's just, Spirit Guardians is difficult terrain, isn't it?
No, it says an affected creature's speed is halved.
Oh, I thought it was difficult terrain. Okay.
I did too, that's why I reread it.
Well, then they
But-
stack in that case. Because, yeah.
Fuck you, Maw Demon.
They're different then. Alright. So, okay, in that case, they'll have to move 20 feet for 1 square. Alright, this one dashes into the Spirit Guardians. And it only gets there. Alright, it starts to get churned away. And it also gets hit by a tentacle as well a little bit. Alright, the next one, it avoids the Spirit Guardians. Moves 10, 20, 30. Whoops, wait, where's... Put the Spirit Guardians in the wrong area, I just realized. So, they probably could have moved a bit closer. Alright, instead this one's going to move 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Alright, he moves into the Spirit Guardians, dashing up to Craven. All the while, a tentacle just crushes him slightly. And he makes a wisdom save. And I think that's a success.
Yep, that passes.
Alright, he gets a little bit chewed up from the Spirit Guardians. And one more. 30, 40, 50. 40, 50. He'll just dash there and he'll stay on the outskirts of the Spirit Guardians. Let me just move you into a proper square there, Melanie. He's not going to come into it. He's just going to just dash up to there. He's going to stay there for now. He also gets hit by a tentacle a little bit. Barely. Alright, Three-Eyed Owl. At the start of your turn, you're hit by a tentacle automatically and you fail a death save. And you need to make a death saving throw as well. Roll a d20. It's actually no con save, but anyway, same thing. D20 roll. 1 success and 1 failure. I'll keep track of them for you. Okay, you're just being saved by Fruella. Raven, dex save for the tentacle. You dodge the tentacle.
Alrighty. Yep, these guys are not giving me much of a choice, so bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And place it right here.
You try to hit. I'm not sure which one you're attacking, but it's a miss regardless.
And yeah, this guy right here, I'll use Toll the Dead on.
Alright, you try to toll the other Moor Demon. You are underwater, so you will be drowning. I think it has a verbal component.
Oh shit.
Alright, you cast Toll the Dead and immediately you just take on water, Craven. And what's your Constitution score?
It's not bad. It is a 14.
Alright, well you got 2 rounds until you can get some air.
Alrighty, that works for me.
The Moor Demon fails and it just melts into this disgusting puddle that just mixes in with the water and little eyeballs float around everywhere. The tidal surge of the grasping tide just drags the corpse away. Everything is just getting thrown down into the water. You're basically climbing up at this stage.
And yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay. Alright, Fruella, dex save for you. The tentacle hits you for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Just barely.
Alright, carrying the Three-Eyed Owl, you'll go only 3 squares if you dash.
Alright, I'll try and do that.
Alright, you get up to the bottom of the stairs.
That was only 2.
Cost you 60 feet to get to the bottom of the stairs.
Alright.
Again, the ship is it's really starting to get sunk now. Melanie and Craven, you reckon you've got maybe about 10 seconds before there's not going to be anywhere left to stand. But that's not all. Melanie, you look out towards the starboard side and you see the 2 dwarves. They're about 60 feet away from you and they're rowing towards the ship.
Okay, well that's good.
They're like,
What about
they're like yelling out, "Get ready to jump on!" You're just hearing like water just splash everywhere.
Jesus. Well, I'm gonna bonus action try and.
Right, first of all, dex save. As they're yelling, a tentacle just whoosh, writhes near you. And it hits you for 8 bludgeoning damage.
God damn it.
The force of that knocks your concentration out. The Spirit Guardians subside.
I'll cast it again. It's an action. Because I'm gonna stay on this stupid ship until Craven is not being attacked by Maw Demons anymore.
Alright.
But then I'll use my bonus action to swing at the orange bad boy with
Yeah.
spiritual. So first, Spirit Guardian.
Alright. Spirit
I was
Guardian
just
goes
casting
up,
Spirit Guardian. Yeah.
and then the spiritual Chungus just slams into the Maw Demon's mouth and almost snaps it in two.
Yeah. I look at Craven and I just start waving to him vigorously, like, come on!
Alright. Oshanus, you've got the box. Make dexterity save.
Yes. All right.
You dodge an incoming tentacle, and now you can move
One's box. One spot.
two spaces.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I will do that.
It's down this way.
Oh,
Alright, you very, very slowly start dragging this box away.
I'm working it.
Alright, Maw Demon runs into the Spirit Guardians and just opens up its mouth. It's got the big chunkus in its mouth and a little spunk nose just fills this Maw Demon's mouth and just melts it away. It explodes in a brilliant flash of radiant energy. Alright, this Maw Demon makes a wisdom save for the Spirit Guardians. The dwarves are yelling, "Get ready to jump!"
Okay, he succeeds.
Alright, he takes 6 radiant damage and tries to snap at Craven with a bite. It misses you, Craven. Another Maw Demon. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It dashes up to you, Melanie, going feverishly, just trying to bite and crunch and sow dissent and just absolute destruction. It makes the save. It gets slightly sort of chewed up by the Spirit Guardians. At the same time, tentacles just smash them slightly. They take a little bit of damage each from tentacles. The entire ship is in the midst of doing a barrel roll. The tentacles are so thick that they're just gonna rip the ship into pieces in a moment of seconds. Alright, Three-Eyed Owl, tentacles whip you automatically. You fail another death save, and you need to make a death saving throw. Suddenly, the Three-Eyed Owl opens his eyes and he realizes that it's not over yet. You wake up on 1 hit point, Three-Eyed Owl.
oh.
Now
You're
make a
alive.
dex save.
I'll drink a potion of healing, and then I'll.
Do you say something wise?
I'll slap the tentacle. Fresh.
Alright, so when you open your mouth to say something wise, you take on water and start drowning.
Damn.
I'm joking. Alright, Three-Eyed Owl. You drink a potion. Roll this up. You quickly uncork a potion. You heal 4 points. Umbrella can put you down and you've got a full
Can I
movement
hand
speed.
the other one to Cruella?
Sure, you can use your interactive object to just stick a potion in between Pharrella's titties.
It's like a wallet.
You just lift one of them up and tuck it under there.
You'd be surprised how much storage space these have.
And then I'll go.
Going up. All right, make an athletics check to try and climb up the next set of stairs.
Well, actually, would I know if Fruella and Oceanus have dark vision?
Oh yeah, Shaunus is an elf, and so is Fruella. So yeah, they both got dark vision.
Fruella's an orc.
Oh yeah, what did I say?
You said that Fruella was an elf.
No, Shaunus is an elf, and Fruella is
She's
a
the
orc.
peepiest elf
Awful.
I've ever seen.
She's half
In the
elf,
mirror,
half
she's-
orc. Alright, you just fall over prone, and you can climb to your feet and attempt one more time.
Alright. Try that.
Alright, you just managed to get up with a nat 20. You arrive up behind Craven, and you just see like this more demon. You're still like submerged underwater, and yeah, the ship is just being like worn asunder. And that'll be the end of your turn. There, 3 out. Alright, Craven. So it's a first of all a dex save for you. You managed to dodge the tentacles.
Alrighty, yeah, bonus action. I use the spiritual weapon attack the maul that's right next to me.
It's a mess. You swing the whatever your spiritual weapon is, some sort of non-cleric tool. Misses.
It's a giant leaf.
Giant leaf.
No, Craven, being the coward that he is going to dash and jump towards the dwarves.
Alright, one of the more demons snap at you. The dwarves are still about 30 feet away. The more demon just chomps onto you for 7 points of damage. You're still
And
okay.
I just jump towards them.
Alright, you jump off the ship and another more demon snaps at you. It misses and you dive into the water, Craven. That would be your full dash. You can see these spiders sort of just trying to swim away and Edicaps like grabbing onto them and yeah, there's just like the dwarves are about 30 feet away from you. We're coming! Hang on! You can just feel a tremendous surge. The tentacles are just sort of out of your hair actually at the moment, Craven. Alright, Fruella. Dex save for you at the start of your turn.
No, Seb, I have a question. Can I use Berzer's inspiration to get advantage on this?
Yes, you could transfer it to Beraza to Fruella. The
All right.
inspiration.
Alright. Alright, come on.
And nat 20. You just grab one of the tentacles and just whack your titties into the tentacles and smash them out of the way.
Critical hit.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and chug that potion down.
As you do, you flip up one of your titties and flip the potion up into your mouth. A single dexterous maneuver.
Oh,
Go straight.
It's like a water noodle.
One of them almost hits a Shaunus from 15 feet away. He has to dodge out of the way. They're flinging around everywhere. Alright, that's 7 points of healing. And athletics check if you want to get up onto those stairs.
I'm gonna look over to Shaunus, point to the safe, and thumbs up, thumbs down.
What do you mean? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Just keep going.
Okay. Okay, I'll just go.
Yeah, I think Oceanus actually can't drown. Hopefully he can breathe underwater. So that he's got that working for him.
Alright, you climb up the stairs, Fruella. That's only
With the power of my titties.
move you over. 20 feet of movement. Sorry, then 30 to get just in front of the three-eyed owl. As you arrive up here, so you're over on this map now, you see one of these more demons nearby. It's sort of actually blocking the entrance, and yeah, you're just completely submerged underwater here.
I'm using my titties as like fins.
They're fucking rows at this point.
Did you want to move any more, Ferrella? You've still got your action as well.
Oh shit! I still do.
Oh no, use your action for a potion.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right. At the start of this round, the ship is about to sink. The dwarves are going to be here next round. They're like 30 feet away. Come on, get ready, jump! Melanie, make a dex save for tentacles.
Alright, I got this, I believe. Oh, come on.
Alright, you're not sure if it's one of Fruella's titties or one of the tentacles, but something hits you hard for 11 bludgeoning damage. It knocks the concentration out of you.
Well, I'm gonna bonus action swing at this little ma boy. This little ma bro. Like the cigarettes. Let's see. And please add 3 to that damage.
The spiritual
2 to that damage.
Spiritual Chungus hits the Mordeem for 7 damage, and it almost splits it in two.
And I will also take the dash action, and I'll swan dive off the deck and swim towards the boat. Because I'm at 8 health now.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15. Alright, you can actually like swim over and like just make it up to the edge of the rowboat there, Melanie. And actually, because they're moving, I'll say like at the start of next round, you'll automatically just climb into the boat.
Thank God. And I yell, "Get my husband out of there!"
The dwarves just hold down. Grab on, lassie! Grab on to me beard! And they lower their beard for you.
And I do. Let's see. I have a bonus. No, I don't have a bonus action. Okay, and then I'll end my turn.
All right, Shauna, still clinging on to the chest. Make a dex save for the tentacle. You may very well get this out of here.
I don't know. A long ways, but
Yeah, 20.
The tentacle hits you for 5 bludgeoning damage as you struggle. You're almost at the bottom of the stairs. If you dash, you get another 2 squares.
gotta dash it. Gotta dash it.
Cost you your full 20 movement. And you just at the bottom of the stairs this round, getting very, very close.
So is that? Could I go 2 more, or is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
2 squares is all you can go.
I'm working it.
Alright, this more demon, it has a tentacle just lash at it, and it hits it quite hard, but not enough to kill it. It runs in at Fruella, and it leaps and tries to bite her. But it just chomps onto your chainmail and misses.
I slap him away with the titty.
This more demon actually leaps off the ship, splashes down next to Craven, and tries to bite him, like more first. Just splashes into the water and misses. It also gets like whacked by a tentacle on the way out. Sort of bashes it into the water. Alright, three-eyed owl. It's getting very, very intense, very, very close. Make a dex save for the tentacles. You manage to dodge one of the tentacles that are just... You see the suction cups of the tentacles just ripping like shreds of the hull away, and the ship is starting to come apart everywhere you see. There's not really much structure of the deck, and the entire ship is starting to capsize. You've got this thing just chomping away in your face, just only caring about just causing destruction and trying to hurt you.
And then there's another one that wants to get a mouthful of titty.
Let's see. You know what? Considering how dilapidated this thing is, I think we're on the top deck, right? Like in a little cabin, are we?
Yes, yep, exactly right. You're on that cabin where that shrine is. All the skulls are just being burst away, shattered, and you're underwater.
If I cast magic missile, can I open up at like a higher level? Can I open up a big enough hole here in the outside here, since it appears to be mostly out of water, so that Fruella, I, and Oceanus couldn't get out?
I don't think magic missile breaks through objects. I think it'll just like sort of just disperse, and it wouldn't. Firebolt would maybe if you did enough damage.
Firebolt,
Yeah.
Firebolt, Fire Blast, Cone of Cold. I don't think would work for that.
But you could probably like just like make it out. Like if you just destroy this thing and swim, you might be able to make it out just as easily.
All right, I'll magic missile it at second level. Yeah.
Alright, you hold out your hand and just blow the Maw Demon. It just splatters. This bluish goop just sprays and mixes into the water, and little eyeballs float around everywhere.
And then it's from this point on, is it difficult terrain, or can
Yeah, you're still sort of like swimming. You're underwater basically, and you're sort of climbing as well. And yeah, you see like this side of the ship is just underwater. There's only just a very slight 5-foot gap up towards the starboard side. You'd probably want to go there. You just see Melanie and Craven just jump off the ship as well. Then you can hear the doors calling out, "Grab onto me, beard!" Craven.
Alright, as I see this thing trying to, jump down and bite me like a pissed off mermaid, I'm gonna Toll the Dead it. Hopefully get rid of this bastard.
Do a Toll of the Dead on the Maw Demon.
Did you just make a... I'm sorry, it sounded like you just made a Cabin in the Woods reference.
Yes.
Nice.
You try to keep your head above water as the waves are just crashing over you. Massive waves are just curling over the top of the ship as well. One of them just sort of slams you down, Craven, and the spell just sort of dissipates on the Maw Demon as that happens.
Alright, no, I am not risking it, so I'm gonna just try to get into that boat.
Alright, you need to make an athletics check to try and swim. The force of the ship being dragged down, the waves crashing over you, it's hard to even keep your head above water at this stage. But you easily, arm over arm, you can just make it to the boat. The Maw Demon will take one bite at you. It's actually at disadvantage because it's not very good at swimming. And just as well, it still chomps you for 9 points of damage, however.
Better than 22. Do I have enough to get into the boat, or no?
Like, yeah, at the start of next round, the dwarves will pull both of you guys inside the boat. You get, like, just up next to it.
Thank God. Okay.
As they're paddling towards the ship. Alright, Fruella, it's a deck save for you for the frantic, lashing tentacles. One of them hits you for 12 bludgeoning damage. And you just see the tentacle just sort of smash you and just knocks you to the ground, Fruella. And you're just like knocked unconscious. You do have relentless endurance though. So if you want, your titties can sort of snap back onto the hull of the ship and knock you back into consciousness on 1 hit point.
The caption made it better.
Alright, so yeah.
Stupid.
They knock you back into consciousness, and you're up, Fruella. You're still okay.
I need to scroll up.
Her face is looking like Rocky at the end of Rocky 3.
Yeah, Rocky dance. All right, you've got your full turn. If you dash, you'll make it just to the top of the ship, where you see the dwarves pulling in Melanie and Craven. One of these little more demons just lashing around everywhere. Three-eyed owl coming from behind you. You turn to look, and no sign of Ashanis. All right, at the start of this round, something happens.
Uh-oh.
Bursting up out of the water. So the dwarves grab Melanie and grab Craven, drag them on. The rowboat makes it up just next to the ship over here, keeping a little bit of distance from that Moor demon. Grab on, Timmy Beard! They lift you guys up. And then something appears on the rowboat. Ah! The doors look over, and you see this blue and white spider teleport in out of nowhere onto the rowboat.
I hate face spiders. I fucking hate these things.
Where did he come from?
Face spider.
A face spider. But that's not all. Something grabs on to the other side of the rowboat. It's Krell,
Oh,
the
no.
half-orc. My boat! Mine, me take it. You get dead, he says, as he grabs onto the rowboat to hoist himself up into it. He and the face spider roll into initiative. The dwarves just yell, "Ah!" as they too join the turn order as well to defend themselves.
Oh boy.
Alright, Krell is going to use some of his movements to try and hoist himself up onto the ship. But he fails as a wave just knocks him, and he just sort of still clinging on with one hand. He's just getting thrown around. Ah! And you see that he's concentrating on a spell, Craven. Because you're a cleric, you don't really know this. If you were a druid, however, too bad you're not.
Oh, now I'm not a druid.
His skin seems to be sheathed in this like tough bark like skin. It looks like he's concentrating on this spell for that. Given the fact that waves are crashing around, he's gonna have to make a concentration check. The force of the waves just cause him to lose concentration. His skin returns back to his normal half-orc appearance. And then he just grabs onto the boat. Me no get out! No one do! And he just explodes a thunder wave over Melanie, Craven, and one of the dwarves up towards this direction.
Jackass.
At second level, each of you make a con save. Melanie and Craven, and also one of the dwarves.
Pretty sure I'm down no matter what.
Alright, this dwarf clings on as the thunder wave explodes over him. It cracks some of the rowboat, but not enough to sort of damage the integrity of it. The rowboat's got about 50 hit points. It still does crack the rowboat a bit. And the rowboat takes 15 points of damage. So it's okay.
Wow.
Alright, sweet Craven, you take 7 thunder damage. Melanie, you take 7 thunder damage, and the dwarf is still alive. He takes 7 thunder damage. Ah, you fiend! And then the half-orc just sort of snarls. Me gonna get you! Spider Queen, very happy when you make dead. Melanie, you're up.
Ah, shit. I'm at 1 health down here. What do I got?
The dwarves just yell, "We got to get away from the ship! Bring her back! Jump on!" And it's just
Yes.
absolute man. You just see the ship, Melanie. You look up, and it is like just above the water, and the entire ship is about to roll over onto its port side.
Oh man, fuck.
There's just so
I don't
much
know.
chaos. You see bits of splintered wood spraying past you, massive rolling tentacles just lifting the ship up. You feel the suction of the ocean just about to drag the rowboat down. There's this more demon just splurting around over here. Face spider on the rowboat.
dick.
Fruella there, just titties flinging around like wild.
I'm
Craven.
this.
Here comes the second level cure wounds at Craven.
I just want to belly flop on that fork so bad.
All right, 6 points of healing. Craven, you wake up. Probably wish you didn't.
Take a hit for me, buddy. I use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon 20 feet.
All right, you move it closer, and it gets close enough to attack Krell.
Oh, hell yeah.
Big energy. Big dick energy.
Krell just looks over. Ah! What that?
That's what the Spider Queen really wants.
Ah!
No.
And Fruella tries to grab it on the way through and just sends it wildly flying off. One of the titties slap it. Alright, Sean is...
The weapon and what's it?
Meanwhile, you're still in the ship. Everyone's just ran off ahead of you. You've got this, like, 10 grand in your hand. Make a dexterity save for the tentacles. You dodge a tentacle and you start to feel the entire ship coming apart. You can make an athletics check to try and climb up with the box. If you fail, you drop it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Don't.
Wait, Does Kirith have inspiration?
Or someone else,
No.
if you have inspiration, you can transfer it to him.
This.
If your other characters have it, you can give it to Kirith for this moment.
Yeah. I would if I. Do I?
Sweet Lou have it.
We'll see.
No,
I'll
I don't.
check.
Shit.
Oh yeah, you don't have
Sweet
it,
Lou
Sweet
doesn't
Lou.
have
Zilch. Oh, he said he'd be right
Oh.
back.
You know, I have one on
Laurent
Kirith.
has it.
I don't remember where I have one on Kirith. I have no
Kirith
idea
has
where it's
it.
at. Though.
All right, you can use it
Okay.
for. You can use it.
I will use it then. I will use it.
All right, unselected
Okay.
it for you from your other character.
Yep.
All right, you have
Perfect.
advantage on this. Make an athletics check. You feel
Come on,
inspired,
buddy!
This is it.
and
Yeah!
grab this chest, and you manage to avoid the tentacles. And I'll just move you up. You go 2 squares, 10, 20, and you just sort of make it around the corner. You can see the three-eyed owl a little bit. You're still like submerged. You're close to the doorway. You've almost made it out.
I like it. I like it.
All right, this more demon spurts around, and Crow looks around and it tries to bite him because he's closest. At disadvantage, it chomps onto him. You see this more demon just grab the lower half of his torso. The seawater around him goes stark red as it's just like dragging him underneath. It's like biting him in half. He just screeches. Three-eyed owl, you're still on the ship, so you need to make a dex save for the tentacles. You do have
This
advantage if
is
you wanted to
important
give yourself advantage from Laurent, you can.
Yeah, it's important enough that I will.
Okay, you use Laurent's inspiration, and you manage to dodge any of the incoming tentacles.
A tentacle and a titty.
And incoming titties. Alright, it's 20 feet of movement. You're just, it's like a vertical climb at this stage. You're just grabbing onto whatever you can. You grab onto a bit of wood, it falls away. You grab onto something and just pull it up, and it's one of Fruella's titties. You use it like a rope.
Ah.
It's a grappling Look.
What is she, like a triple
All right,
Z?
and then as I jump out of the boat, I want to cast magic missile in the air and just like send
No
Send
holding back.
3 to I'm gonna do it at 5th level.
Fifth
So,
level.
I'm gonna do 3 to this guy. Yeah. So it's
Alright.
gonna do 3 to this guy and 2 to each of these. Right?
Alright, you do see this thing
4,
eating
5,
him.
6, 7.
This thing is eating Crow.
Alright, then just 1 to this.
Alright, 1 to him.
And, no, you know what? 4 to Krell. No. 3 to Krell, 4 to the spider. There we go.
Okay. 3 to Crow and 4 to the spider. You shoot a 5th level magic missile out, and just there's an explosion of these white magical darts that swirl around, just diving in and out, over and underneath the tentacles. And 4 of them slam into Crow. As he's being eaten, you see the Maw Demon just bite him off at the waist, and it just eats his lower half. Krell just screamed, "Ah! Ah!" And then the magic missiles just like slam into his back, and that causes him for the Maw Demon to just rip him in half. And he looks up at you, Craven, with wide eyes. "Ah! Ah!" And even with his lower torso missing, he's still alive with his relentless endurance.
Why would you die?
Go get you! And 3 magic missiles slam into the phase spider for 12 force damage. It gets pretty badly bruised and beaten up.
Alright. And I think that's all my movement.
Do you want to like dive off? Do you dive off, or if you dive off, the
Yeah,
tentacles they don't seem to be like hurting anyone off the ship.
Yeah, I'll dive off.
Right, you just dive off and splash into the water. You do a leap. Just as you're leaping through Haydar, you just see the ship it just disappears behind you underneath the ocean. Craven, you can use half your movement to stand up,
Yep.
or you can just close your eyes and wish that
Just let
none
it
of
be
this
quick.
is happening.
All right, can I see Pharrella from where I'm at?
Yes.
Oh,
All right,
Oh.
so I will use
See, like
healing word.
this
third level.
this part of the ship is about only 5 feet above the waves. It's not a
Oh,
big jump.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's not a huge leap.
All right, so healing word 3rd level for her. So 10. Hopefully that'll keep her alive. And then this cut in half orc, I'm just gonna zap him in the head with the Toll the Dead.
Alrighty.
with a cleric spell. What?
He just his eyes widen and then just both pop, and the Maw Demon just sucks him into its mouth like spaghetti. Chomps down and bites his head into.
God wants you dead.
All right, this dwarf, he just sort of yells, "We got to bring it back! Jump on! Ah!" And he just sort of steps forward and just tries to chomp the spider with a battle axe. Ah! But the axe just sort of bounces off the phase spider. This phase spider hisses, turns, and tries to bite the dwarf. He just screams, "Ah!" But the phase spider clings against its armor. And then as the dwarf goes to swing again, the phase spider vanishes. It teleports away just as it teleported in. You see it sort of turn translucent blue and just phase away.
Oh, thank you.
Come on! Come on! Get on! Get on! The dwarf just yelling, and he just starts to like sort of, he needs to take this boat away, otherwise it's gonna get sucked in when the ship capsizes. So he actually moves the boat 20 feet away from the ship. So I'll move it over here on the map, but then it goes another 3 squares to the east. So I'll just make a marker That's 15 feet to the right of this map. All right, Cruella.
All right, how far would I be able to jump?
What's your strength score?
17.
All right, you can jump from where you're standing. It's just it's actually 5 feet or 8 feet. You could get a bit of a run up and jump like 17 feet.
Yeah,
All right, you take you sort of run. You take like your first step here onto the starboard, and then you jump again. Like jump onto this tentacle, and then you can go another 15 feet and just make it next to the ship, the rowboat. Like use the tentacle as like a stepping stone. It's just rolling around. You dive and grab onto the edge of the rowboat.
all right. Can I hop on it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, you can't get in this turn. It would just be unless you're dashing.
Yeah, I'll dash to get on there.
You take the dash action, yeah. Then you've got enough to climb up because it costs about 10 feet to climb up into it. All right. At the start of this round, the ship rolls completely over onto its port side.
Uh-oh.
Oceanus, you were just like the ship is just ripped apart. You were just like thrown randomly off into the sea. It's just ocean now everywhere. And Oceanus, you are thrown. Let me see. I'll tell you which. Like all the hull comes apart completely, and you are thrown 38 feet away. And I'll tell you which direction. Southwest. So you're thrown like over this way.
No.
And
Okay.
this is heavy. This box is gonna like, it's gonna be a struggle for you to like swim with this. It may drag you down into the ocean.
Oh boy.
All right, so I'm actually going to just replace this map with like some sea terrain. Let me just grab some rough sea, and then I'll just sort of put it over because the ship is you don't see the ship anymore. It's just gone underwater now, completely just flipped, and you see just parts of it. Like it's gonna sink and then like sort of bob back up, be like capsized. If I can actually find the map where we are. Okay, so I'll put some ocean over and see how this goes. Shrink this up a bit, and so everyone can see. I'll extend it out to give us a bit more room and remove any dynamic lighting that's going to be getting in the way. Keep that there. So just quickly alter this map for you guys. So there we go. All right, and I'm just gonna actually fix one more thing. I'm gonna make this area a bit bigger. So, because otherwise we're probably gonna run out of room for this map. And I'm gonna move everyone over like so. There we go. Everyone's in the same sort of relative space. All right, so the ship is gone. You guys are, Oceanus, you're just flung wildly over. You just like, the entire cabin that you're in just disintegrates, and you're like flung through it with the chest just splashed into the water.
Wow, what the hell just happened?
All right, the rowboat there, they keep on, they've moved safely enough away. Luckily, they just managed to move away, so the rowboat, nothing happened to it. And yeah, this Moor Demon's still trying to like hurt you guys, but other than that, yeah, you see Oceanus get thrown like 38 feet through the air, basically. Melanie, you're up.
I see my husband in the water getting thrashed around and a weird little tooth monster next to him and say, "Oh no, you don't! I'm the only one who can put my mouth on my husband!" And I shoot guiding bolt.
Okay. There's also like just rolling tentacles, just sort of rolling around in the water here. Massive tentacles too.
So that misses, but I'll use a bonus action to whop it with a spiritual weapon.
Alright, it does. You just pluck that guiding bolt into water. It disappears. The spiritual.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Make that 4.
You just like the spiritual chungus like bats it away, and it just little sparkly firework goes flying through.
Remember that one time I rolled like 3 crit successes in a row? This is my karma for that.
Alright, Oshanus. Alright, because you're in the water with the box. This is how it's going to work.
Alright.
Let me check. I think I know what happens, but I need to double check just in case. Yes. So this is going to be hard, Oshanus. At the moment, you're just on the surface of the water. You need to make an athletics check, or you'll sink.
Oh,
Yes.
You can swim with the box this round. And you can go 2 squares closer to the rowboat.
That one right there.
Alright, you are just with a burst of string, you're dragging this 500-pound box like up through the water.
I am not going down.
Dodging
Not
tentacles.
going down.
That is
I'm
impressive.
Guys, come on! I'm here!
You hear one of the doors, get to the rowboat!
Get to the river, we're leaving!
I was wondering when someone was going to do that.
That was time.
Get to the rowboat now! Come on! Get to the rowboat! Come on!
We'll just throw you a grappling hook and we'll just drag you home.
No, I was literally... Pharrell's just gonna jump in there after...
Alright, I am good to go. Come on, get me now!
Alright, this Moor Demon just as it like finishes swallowing. Wait, whoops, what did I do with this map?
I'm back on the boat, yes!
I gotta fix this map up. There we go.
The rowboat became huge, but I'm on it.
That's just the boat just bursting up as it's getting capsized.
Hit me one more time.
Alright, this demon, it just gulps down the rest of Krell and then turns to Three-Eyed Owl and tries to bite him. And
I'll cast shield.
No bite. Bad
it's
demon.
23. I don't think you can shield that.
I don't.
It's gonna your AC's
yeah,
15.
actually, I was. It's 15. Yeah, it's.
It chomps onto you and snaps onto you, and you fall unconscious, Three-Eyed Owl.
Yep.
And then at the start of your turn, you actually need to make a death save as it's just eating you alive. That's a failure. You'll start to sink as well. Raven.
Alright, I'll use a level 2 healing word on the Three-Eyed Owl.
Alright, Three-Eyed Owl. You're back up.
And yet the little
9
maw
points of
motherfucker
healing.
that needs to go away. Told the dead on the mall.
Alright.
Maw.
Try to finish off this creature. And it fails. And that's just enough damage. It just melts around the Three-Eyed Owl and was whisked away with the waves. It just turns into this like ichor, just a liquid splashes over the Three-Eyed Owl.
And that's it for me.
Your friend over there, row! And alright. So I gotta check something with rowboats here. Rowboats. So this ship actually, the rowboat actually has its own character sheet, like its own movement stuff. All right.
It's chaotic evil.
It can. It doesn't have a line. No. It can move. Was it 15 feet as long as it has 2 people rowing it? All right. It's going to move 15 feet. So the dwarf rows towards Three-Eyed Owl, and sort of you can get picked up next turn. Three-Eyed Owl. Ah, we've done it! Quick, get to the boat! And the dwarf looks super happy. He's smiling, and then the phase spider appears, clung to the top of this rowboat. The dwarf hasn't noticed. Ah, we've done it! Yeah, victory! Why is everyone looking at me? Oh shit!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh fuck!
You just see one of the mandibles just burst out like through the dwarf's eye socket. The mandible just breaks through the back of the dwarf's skull and
I said a kill word, didn't I?
the face spider just swallows the dwarf, stuffs it into his mouth, hisses, and just like sort of moves in on the rowboat.
Oh man, good thing I haven't really been using my healing.
Fuck!
Alright, this dwarf just panics. Kill it! Kill it! Ah! And he like moves to he's just he has a spear in the bottom of the boat. He just pulls it out and throws it at the face spider. Ah! It just misses and disappears into the ocean. Fruella.
Pulls out the longsword, reckless, all of that. All against that face spider.
Alright. A 13 is a hit.
Oh, thank you.
And you hack into the face spider for 12 points of damage.
Kirby!
You swing again, that's another hit. And that's just enough. Just enough. You drive the longsword into the face spider's neck, and it just hisses one more time, lets go, and just is sucked underneath the ocean.
I was gonna say, like, I'll pull the sword back out and then slap him with the titty back
slap.
into the ocean.
The face spider is just slapped into the ocean. Alright, all you gotta do now is get to Ashanis before he sinks.
Oh, shut us up, come on! Belly flops into
She forgets about the boat and just jumps in.
You just dive in, and then there's a massive just tidal surge. It just it sends the octopus flying. No, it doesn't.
Oh, so perfect.
Alright, you just
just a
splash
full
in.
belly flop.
Alright, you'll get
That's a belly flopper.
it's all going to be difficult movement, so you get one more square for Ella. Melanie.
Alright, Melanie will move towards this end of the ship. I don't know what boat speak. Can I try and like throw the grappling hook to Oceanus?
Yeah, you could make a sleight of hand check for that. Dexterity check.
Come on, don't fail me now.
Alright,
Okay.
you throw it over, and it just sort of it hits the water next to him.
Grab on! And then I'll use an object interaction to hand it to the big boy Craven behind me because he looks much stronger than me,
Okay.
if possible. Grab on, Oceanus! Past her.
Alright, Ashanis, if you want to grab onto this rope, then
Yeah.
you can help each other. And then your initiative will drop down to Craven's initiative. And then the DC for the athletic check will be reduced. If you fail, though, he will be dragged into the ocean with you, and you'll start to sink.
Oh shit!
I
So
accept
gotta
that.
do another athletics.
But if you do choose to do that, your initiative will drop down onto Craven's. So you'll take your turn then at 8. If you want him to, if you want to grab onto this rope, basically.
I'm gonna attempt to grab the rope.
Okay. And then either of you can make the athletics check as well. It'll be up to you guys to choose.
I think it would be Shaunus would be better.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I fell 3 times already.
Craven. Sorry, 3-eyed owl.
Oh. Oh. I'll get on the boat and I'll help row. I'll help this dwarf row it toward Oceana.
Okay. On his turn, the boat will row closer with you helping him. You dedicate your action for that.
Unks Frill in the back of the head.
Alright, so Oshanis or Craven, one of you can make an athletics check.
Oh, go right ahead.
If you have inspiration, you may.
Okay.
Okay, this is just this is literally just to stay above water and
I'll
not
take the
sink.
inspiration, I guess, right?
Does anyone have it?
I don't. Not with either one of my characters.
Oh. Zilch, what about you? I think Zilch has inspiration, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think his character
Nope.
does. Oh, you don't?
Well, I just blank in my square. I might have missed the part in the session where we got.
Alright, in that case, Ashanis, make a straight athletics or strength check or whatever he's got. Does he have athletics proficiency?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh, come on, man.
I believe.
That is just enough, and you can swim 2 squares closer, Ashanis. Actually, with your strengths combined, that will increase your movement. So you actually only have a -10. So
Does that help at all or no?
yeah, it's going as quick as it possibly can.
Gotcha.
If it was weaker, then I'd say yeah, it would help more, but there's still going to be some sort of slight movement penalty. So your movement will be reduced by only 10 Oshanis. So you've got 50. So you'll go 5 squares if you dash. Okay.
There's my 5.
And Craven, with your powerful build, you start to like reel Ashanis in, and you maintain your footing. You've still got the box, and it still needs to be passed up. And that'll be the end of your guys' turns.
Wait, passed up?
Yes. All right.
Fruella, get back on the boat!
The dwarf and the 3-eyed owl row the rowboat up next to you guys. And he's just like, grab on! Get to the rowboat!
All right. I'm there, right?
All right. You are. All right. Fruella, it's still heavy. It still needs to get up into the boat.
Alright, I'm gonna try and lift that son bitch up there.
All right. Make an athletics check, Fruella. And you just grab them titties and flick that chest up onto the boat.
And off Jazz flies to the other side.
She grabs the chest and hoists it up. And then also that treasure, too.
Everyone's yelling out like, grab the chest! And the dwarf grabs Fruella's titties. Which chest?
Be very specific. Be very specific.
Alrighty. And guys did it. You got
I didn't
the
think we were
chest
gonna live.
onto the rowboat. About 30 seconds later, there's a you guys start to row away. There's a bit of a bit of an explosion in the water. You see the hull of the ship sort of capsize and resubmerge and then start to just slowly sink down as you see rolling octopus tentacles roll over onto the hull. The entire ship sinks. Good work.
With that sweet 10,000 gold, now we
Oh,
just need
yeah.
downtime to find some
Yeah, that was
uncommon magic
exciting.
items. I didn't think we were gonna make it out of that one. Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Yeah.
If
We came up
if you
with a
guys
second-
use your inspiration, you will get it back. That was amazing. That was like so very
Oh,
clutch.
that was
Guys did
fucking
very,
epic.
very well.
That was epic.
The thing I asked that question about that inspiration
Yeah.
really helped out.
I have to say, I'm at 1 hit point. Like, that fucking thunder wave is like, ha ha!
Oh.
I can't believe we got that chest out.
The reason we didn't do that with the main party is because you didn't want to kill our main party, right? Like, you didn't want to drown them.
Yeah, I think that was pretty high stakes, and it was very, very close. Good job, everyone. Amazing.
Only in Seb's campaign. Only in Seb's campaign.
But now we can afford a warship.
I just don't bet with Kirith. He'd be at the bottom right now.
Erzer just bought a new fucking axe. Now he's gonna need to get another bitch.
All right, you guys. The dwarf just like, it's unfortunate one of those dwarves died. You guys row back over to the Soul of Winter, which is about another 300, about 500 feet away. Gently row back, and you guys help yourselves aboard the deck of the ship, and the crew are absolutely astonished that you guys are still alive. They help you securely bring the chest up and keep it. You guys keep it very closely guarded for the trip back. The journey back takes about 5 days, and as you guys are making your way back, there was a bit of a storm. Not a huge storm, but given the fact that the dwarves lost quite a few crew from the Sawagan attack, they also lost their quartermaster who guides the ship, and Wolga Wildrune, she's a little bit concerned about her navigation, and she says that you guys are going to have to actually pull anchor up for the night, because she's afraid that you guys are going to go off course and not get back to Salt Island. So one night before you guys are the same day that you're due back to get back to Salt Island, there is a lighthouse that beckons the ship closer, and Wolgar takes the initiative to guide the ship to the lighthouse, and all the dwarves are filled full of resolve. They're quite happy that they're going. You're not at Salt Island, but you should be pretty close. You're only about a day away max. You use this. Wolgar's not quite sure which. There's lots of lighthouses around Salt Island. She's not exactly sure which lighthouse this is. She thinks it may be Abbey Isle, which is about a day away from Salt Island. And she sends out an animal messenger just to let everyone back in Salt Island know that they're pulling in at Abbey Island. And as the Soul of Winter approaches this island, suddenly everyone is just thrown across the ship. The Soul of Winter crashes up against rocks that rip through the hull. And that's where we'll end today's session.
Ah.
We'll come back over to the rest of that party later. Next week, we'll be back to our main heroes.
Damn,
good.
Seb.
That was a good one.
I was on the edge of my seat on that one.
Yeah, you actually gave me a headache, you fucker.
Who?
Seb.
You guys get 1,500 experience points each on your main characters for today's session.
Fuck, I can't even.
Alright, we'll head over to the Lizard Folk lair next session as Adol, Berezer, Laran, Sweet Lukurth, and Zilch and Bims return from defeating the Thousand Teeth to make negotiations with Saltmarsh and the Lizard Folk Queen. Prove that you've killed this evil crocodile. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you all very much.
Yeah. Have a good night, man.
Damn. Good night.
Okay, guys. Night.